presented by Bank of Hawaii.
And a very pleasant good evening from Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. We're at senior weekend as the #1 ranked University of Hawaii Rainbow Warriors play host to the Tritons of UC San Diego. And this is game presented by Bank of Hawaii for Rainbow Warrior Volleyball.
We took care of business when we needed to. We beat two opponents that were very strong, and we knew that they were going to compete for the first seed, just like us. We did a good job of beating them both, and now we just got to take care of business, give our aloha to our seniors, have a great night both nights, and just wait for the results.
Knowing 2 wins would give you a better chance of winning the league title, something that you guys take a lot of pride in and want to do everything that we can to make it happen, and getting with that the #1 seed into the Big West tournament. And we still got to take care of business this week, but we have positioned ourselves well. We control our destiny.
And hi, everybody, on this Aloha Friday. Scott Robbs, along with James Anastasiadis and, of course, Ryan Calais Suji. Well, last week, Hawaii took care of business against UC Irvine, putting them, as Charlie said, in the driver's seat to claim the regular season of the Big West. There you see night #1, Hawaii went 4, and in night #2, it was all Hawaii over UC Irvine as Hawaii gears up for the postseason. And let's take a look back to last week's matches.
We showed that we could come back, and we had a little bit of grit to us. In that first set, on the first night, we were down, and just being able to fight back, even though you might be down a couple points, and just realizing that we can do that was a really good sign early on.
We've been challenged a lot of times this season, I think, with teams that can serve and put pressure on us. Penn State, UCLA, Long Beach, and now Irvine, they all had great servers. But I think that Chaz, Brett, and I have done our best every time to respond. And I think we just help each other. When someone struggles, for example, I did not have a good night on Friday against Irvine, but Chaz and Brett were able to cover me, and I was able to help in other sectors of the game.
We were able to neutralize their dominant serving. I mean, they literally have the most potent server, and Sandy's not too far behind. So we were able to neutralize that and side out at a decent percentage, and overall hit for a really high percentage both nights. And play pretty clean volleyball against a very good team, and that's a good thing to see always, but this time of the year even more so.
Well, let's take a look at the top 15 men's volleyball poll. The suspects at the top have been there pretty much all season long in Hawaii, UCLA, Penn State, Long Beach State. #5, you got UC Irvine, who Hawaii beat, BYU, who tonight beat Stanford, checks in at 6. You see Grand Canyon, Stanford, Pepperdine, and Ball State. A lot of teams Hawaii has faced already this year. In the back end, Ohio State, Loyola, Chicago, SC CSUN still ranked, and Charlton out of West Virginia. So let's take a look at the Big West Conference scoreboard. Only 2 matches other than this one. Long Beach State made quick work at home against UC Irvine, and UC Santa Barbara knocking off #14 CSUN in 3. So the standings as of right now, Long Beach State atop by half a game at 8-1 because of that win against Irvine. Hawaii at 7-1. UC Irvine, I think they have seen their chances go by in terms of being able to finish atop the Big West standings. You also on the right see the RPI and the ABCA poll. So guys, basically it comes down to Hawaii. They take care of business tonight and tomorrow, they'll be the #1 seed.
They will, and I think that they've put themselves in a very good position here this weekend to come out on top in the Big West, which gives them a huge bonus going into that tournament. The winner of that will most likely play Santa Barbara or San Diego, maybe CSUN. So it's just a little bit more of a beneficial game going into the Big West.
Yeah, and this really just speaks to the overall postseason of what Hawaii can expect. So the better that they do this weekend, of course, it will bowl better for them next weekend, which could essentially help them the following week or the following 2 weeks when the national championship comes rolling around. Hawaii wants to be as efficient as possible, limit any 5-set matches that they can. This is about maintenance at this point in time and really fine-tuning all these skills.
The great thing also, Ryan, is if you're a top 2 seed, you get that bye. and so you only have to win 2 to win the tournament. That's a big difference from 3 to 2, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's a big difference when you, in terms of just the traveling schedule and the overall practice. Hawaii, believe it or not, having difficulty finding flights to get to Irvine next week. We'll have to actually fly to another state and then go back to California because of the limited flights. And so they're going to already be at a disadvantage because of some of the extra flying that they're going to have to do compared to other teams that can simply just drive there. So having that bye will pay dividends for Hawaii in the long run.
Well, the good thing is that Kanoa and Chris are going to be up there. Kanoa has his own private jet. Chris, I heard, he's allowing you to fly in that jet. The two of you should have no problem getting into Irvine by next week.
Yeah, not only that, but he's hitching a ride. I got to drive this guy from LAX to Irvine. So, yeah, we're going to be spending a lot of time together up there on the West Coast. That's right, next to the great Chris McLaughlin, I'm Kanoa Leahy. And you heard the Corner Crew guys talking about how important it is for Hawaii to finish in that top 2 seed positioning because of the bye. But even when you parse it to number 1 seed versus number 2 seed, there's a big difference there as well, right?
Absolutely. If you're the number 1 seed, you're going to draw team number 4. If you're the 2 seed, you're going to draw team number 3. So that's going to be whoever's 2 is going to draw. That'll be a UC Irvine Long Beach State matchup where if you're the number 1 seed, you're probably going to get CSUN, Santa Barbara, San Diego, one of those 3.
Yeah, at least
much better draw.
At least on paper, for sure, something that would be a little bit more beneficial as a matchup for Hawaii. But they have to take care of business, and it starts with UC San Diego. Went through some transition after last season, parted ways with their former head coach Kevin Ring after 17 years, and they turned to that guy, 31-year-old Brad Rostratter, who comes over from Vanguard, an NAIA program where he was extremely successful and won a National Coach of the Year honor in the process. But it's been a bit of a rebuild, if you will.
Absolutely. He's got 3 freshman starters. He's got 3 coming off the bench and only 3 upperclassmen in the starting lineup. So it's really been, as you said, a rebuilding year. They're going to lose 3 people this year. They've got 3 people coming in. Again, it'll be a restart, and it's going to be very, very challenging, I think, for Brad to put together a team in a hurry. But he's a fun guy. Really knows his volleyball. He knows his talent level. He wants to up the talent level for his team. And the funny thing he said, though, is he had a whirlwind in the fall. He got married, and then he got hired, and then he moved after one month after another. And so, but he has a great attitude about it, and I think he's going to take this team a long way, but it's going to take him a few years.
Yeah, and you can see him. I think he shook hands with just about every single staff worker and everyone else who was here early at the arena. He is still very much trying to really lay the land, if you will, in the Big West Conference, but a great guy to talk to. And yeah, he has his work cut out for him a little bit. Although one of the constants for this team is Ryan Kaw on the outside. They will set him early. They will set him off in CMAC.
He had 66 attempts last week against Santa Barbara and converted on 27 of them. So they got a 5-set win at their place. Very exciting senior night for that team.
Yeah, Ryan Kaw, who's been around for a while, a guy who actually played club volleyball with Hawaii's Chaz Galloway, and so a reunion of sorts there. But again, they can play the spoiler here this weekend against Hawaii. And remember, UC San Diego, you can talk about some of the changes on the roster or whatnot. They have taken at least 1 match off of Hawaii each of the last 2 seasons. So keep that in mind. There are no guarantees in the Big West Conference. All right, that'll do it for us for now. We'll see you back at First Serve. Let's send it over to the Corner Crew.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Well, Chaz Galloway is going to hope that doesn't happen here this evening. Let's take a look at Chaz. He is from San Diego, the outside hitter in his junior season. There you see, he has started 24 of the 25 matches he's been a part of. He's got his kill percentage up to 278, 2.5 kills percent. He has been one of the hottest players in conference play since the Big West started back up.
Statistically, he is performing better. Certainly his hitting percentage and his offensive production have increased over the last month in a significant way, which is great to see.
I feel like people thought I started off slow because of my hitting percentage, and I wasn't scoring that much, and I felt like I was doing other things like passing and playing defense, but I kind of sat down after the UCLA game, and I was like, I can do more. I can contribute more to this team. And I really got extra time with Jacob and just the other guys getting reps, and just having that confidence out there on the court that really helped, and it came after UCLA.
I think it's been a culmination of things. You know, I mentioned he and I had a kind of 2-hour conversation in my office during spring break week where there was nothing really going on. We just sat and talked story for a while and kind of worked through a few things that I think have helped him, you know, kind of got him into a good place. And, you know, it's good to see him out there just kind of loose and playing and playing at a really high level.
All right, time now to toss on our coach's hat. It is presented by Heineken. And, you know, Chaz is right in a lot of ways because his main role is passing as that second outside hitter. But he has struggled hitting percentage-wise pretty much throughout his career. But in the last 5 or 6 weeks, it's like a totally different guy offensively.
Yeah, he's really gone on, and just to see the progress that he's made throughout his career, he's someone that I actually played with. He filled in, played with Colton Cowell, was a little bit more of that serve-receive guy, maybe like keep the ball in, but he's just finding his way, and it's exciting to see him grow as a hitter. Mind you, Chaz, one of the highest jumpers in the NCAA. You know that everyone's going to try and put their best block against him. Struggled a little bit in the beginning, but he's finally found his groove, and he is doing phenomenal things for Hawaii.
I think it's no doubt that he has found his groove, but I think another really major factor in all of this is Hawaii is actually running him in system. Early in the season, we saw Chaz Galloway having to hit a lot of out-of-system balls going up against 3 blockers, and sets weren't always to his liking. I think Jakob Tella has found a better rhythm with Chaz, setting him in system where he has more one-on-one opportunities. And so a lot of the success of Chaz Galloway as of late is a direct result of Jakob Tella's setting.
Yep, so keep an eye out on that here tonight. Chaz Galloway and the Rainbow Warriors as they play host to the Tritons of UC San Diego. We'll take a break, come back, and we'll have a very special story on Philip Humler. Obviously, sit down and talk about his story.
Yeah, that's a few weeks ago, I was able to catch up with Philip, who shared details of a medical condition he suffered midway through his career. It's a condition that many Hawaii fans may be surprised to learn about, and something that nearly ended his career early.
I was told that I will never play volleyball again, most likely. It was so severe, they said that people usually get hospitalized. In the off-season of my sophomore year, I was really motivated to be the starter. I fought for my spot, and I earned it. Well, obviously, our team was doing really well. We ended with that BYU game here in front of the sold-out Stan Sheriff Center. And then the situation in the world just got all crazy, and all the players, we went back home, and we knew that the season got canceled. Started working hard again in the summer and practicing hours a day, just getting ready for that third year. I was working hard, maybe too hard. That's when I started having problems, and then out of the sudden, some kind of an inflammation got to my body. And from day to day, I was out of the sudden not able to walk. I was only able to stay in the bed. My joints got swollen, and I had fevers close to 105 for like 2 months straight. I lost like 30, 40 pounds. Arthritis specialist, and she told me it's probably some form of arthritis. They got me on this medication, and I started taking it. The medication, it's not really healing me. It's maybe just reducing the symptoms. I started doing some other stuff, alternative way of medicine, like going into the ice bath. I had to change my diet a lot, focusing on being positive, and then out of the side of my body started feeling better, and I was able to get rid of the pain. It was hard for me to get back in shape, but always had that mindset of I wanted to get back out there and play volleyball. Consequences of the condition I had, that I was never able to gain the weight back and to gain the strength back. I just had to deal with what I had. Some of the adjustments I had to make during when I was sick, like the diet and the recovery, that's my lifestyle now. And I think that nobody should ever give up, no matter what they're told. Just after what I've been through, I appreciate it way more. at those moments, you gotta get positive, and that's when you're gonna grow as a person. You're gonna grow as a player.
Well, Philip Puma says his role has vastly changed from when he started as a Rainbow Warrior to where he is now. He sees himself as a kapuna, as an elder, to really teach the next generation of Warriors about the importance of resiliency, about the importance of never giving up, and the true meaning of being a team player. The fact that he is still in a Rainbow Warrior uniform, able to celebrate Senior Week, really says a lot about his character and his commitment to coming back.
And the sad thing is, at least for the fans, we never got to see Philip Humler at his best. But on his end, he never complains. He's got his undergraduate degree. He's getting his master's. And Ryan, as you know, he fell in love in Hawaii. He fell in love with Hawaii.
Yeah, and he plans to stay here beyond. He wants to find an opportunity to work here in marketing and really just give back to the community. He's really become a part of this community.
Yeah, and just to see his growth throughout the years just talks about what kind of person he is and the maturity that he has to come back onto a team. And it's not easy being a player knowing that your body's just not allowing you to be 100%. And being around, but still giving back to this team, and just talks about the brotherhood, and everyone I know for a fact has had his back throughout this entire process, and he's done everything that he can to get back to what is his 100% now. It's just super cool to see someone grow so much and give back, and I think it's something that a lot of the younger kids can learn from, is
great
just
job.
His character.
Yeah, great job, Ryan. That was terrific. Hopefully we'll see Philip out there sometime this weekend. All right, that'll lead us to our next break. Hawaii, UC San Diego. When we come back, we'll get you set for tonight's matchup.
They play in the Big West, which is the best league in the country. They have beaten us 2 years in a row, so I don't think anybody's going to be overlooking them. And our guys know, too, what time this year it is. You know, we're at the end, get a chance for our seniors to play their last games at home. I have every reason to believe we'll be focused and play at a high level all weekend.
All right, Ryan, tell us who we should keep an eye on for UCSD.
Well, our eyes will be on senior Ryan Call. You see there the kills per set at 3.81. He will see a lot of sets in the outside, and opposite of him, you see Josh Sellinger there, the redshirt freshman, also being asked to do a lot in the passing as well as the outside. And then you see the numbers for Rigo, only 1.49 sets kills per set, but a higher hitting percentage, showing his efficiency. These will be the three players that have to step it up tonight in order to take down a #1 ranked team like Hawaii.
All right, let's look at the season comparisons. Of course, pretty heavily in favor of Hawaii in just about every category except service errors. And Hawaii, UCSD, that's the matchup. Who should we keep an eye on for UH, James?
And the usuals, we have the two Greeks, Dimitris Mukhlias, who was ABCA National Player of the Year last week, hitting .401. That is a lot of middle blocker statistics in the NCAA. Then you have Spiros Hakas, who's been very, very incredible and consistent for the Warriors this year, hitting .351, averaging 3.7 kills. And then we have Guilherme Voss, out of Brazil, hitting .587, which is phenomenal, but also adding 1 block per set. These are the guys that are really doing a lot of damage against a lot of their opponents.
Ryan, what does Hawaii need to do to be successful tonight?
I think they just have to be efficient and be able to really clean up some of the things that we saw last week. They played well last week, but I still think there were areas where Hawaii can really attack better in the middle of the court. So that's not only setting the middles earlier, but also setting the bigs. I think if there's a way that they can not have to rely on Demi as much and try to spread the wealth a little bit more, I think Hawaii will be better off in the long run if they don't have to rely on him as much.
James?
I agree with you, Ryan. I think tonight the important thing going into the Big West tournament is just taking care of that first ball, that serve receive. We've seen over the season they could be a little bit shaky on the serve receive, but Spiros, Chaz, and Brett Stewart are just going to have to take advantage of that first ball and have all 4 options hitting-wise.
You know, last week it looked like Hawaii was getting into postseason form. They're playing a team that's not as talented as Irvine a week ago. How do they make sure they keep that up?
Well, I think what they have to do is just recognize that this is a tune-up and that they have to remember history. This is a team that has beaten Hawaii the last 2 seasons, so they cannot sleep on the Tritons.
What do you think?
I think I agree with you, Ryan. And the big one is sometimes the Trojans can play a little bit inconsistent volleyball. It's a little bit funky, but they're going to be super scrappy. Hawaii's going to have to expect to put a fight on every single play and not let any plays go and not let them go on any kind of run.
It should be fun. It's Hawaii, UCSD. Three of us, we've been back at intermission, but coming up next, it's Kanoa and CMAC and the first serve.
Happy Aloha Friday and another exciting evening of Warrior Ball 24. Hey fans, we ask that you please stand, remove your caps, and veterans, you're welcome to salute for tonight's national anthem and Hawaii Pono'i. Singing tonight is a University of Hawaii graduate who also received her MD from the John A. Burns School of Medicine. Please welcome to the Stan Sheriff Center, nice round of applause for Dr. Mayumi Fernandez.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Thank you. Hawai'i pono'i nana'i komoi kalani ali'i ke ali'i makualani e kamehameha e na kaua e pale me ka ihe makualani e kamehameha e na kaua e pale me ka ihe.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Mayumi Fernandez.
It's an Aloha Friday matchup here at Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center, Hawaii, UCSD. The Rainbow Warriors trying to keep pace with Long Beach State, who earlier today on the left coast were able to sweep their matchup against UC Irvine. So they are a half game ahead of Hawaii. Now, let's meet the players.
Aloha ahi ahi. Good evening, everyone. The Rainbow Ohana welcomes you to Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center on the campus of the University of Hawaii in majestic Manoa for tonight's Big West Conference men's volleyball match featuring the UC San Diego Tritons versus your #1 ranked Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Introducing the UC San Diego Tritons starting lineup. At center, 6'5" sophomore from San Clemente, California. Floor captain #3, Gabriel Dyer. At libero, 6-foot freshman from La Crescenta, California. #5, Evan Boyle.
My bad.
And outside hitter, 6'3" senior from San Marcos, California, number 9, Ryan Carr. And outside hitter, 6'5" freshman from Bloomingdale, Illinois, number 10, Josh Schellinger. At middle blocker, 6'6" junior from Laguna Niguel, California, number 12, Nick Rigo. And opposite, 6'5" senior from La Jolla, California, number 13, Berkeley Meisfeld. And at middle blocker, 6'9" freshman from Manhattan Beach, California, number 14, Jim Garrison. The volunteer assistant is Cole Mortland, assistant coach Taylor Hammond, associate head coach John Gurton, head coach for the Tritons, Brad Rostratter. And outside hitter, 6'3" junior from San Diego, California, number 1, Chaz Galloway. At libero, 6'2" junior from Newport Beach, California, number 4, Brad Seward. At middle blocker, 6'4" junior from Waimanalo, Oahu, number 7, Cole Hoagland. And opposite, 6'6" junior from Soupli, Greece, number 11, Dimitrios Mogias. At middle blocker, 6'7" junior from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Feliz Aniversario. A very happy birthday to number 21, Guilherme Voss. And outside hitter, 6'4" junior from Nea Smyrni, Greece, number 23, Spiros Hakas. And at center, 6'6" senior from Tonsberg, Norway, far captain, number 10, Jakob Tella. The volunteer assistant is Chad Giesman, assistant coach Ku Bonofe, associate coach Milan Zarkovic, head coach for your Rainbow Warriors, Charlie Wade.
A pair of impressive victories over 5th-ranked UC Irvine last weekend put the Rainbow Warrior volleyball team in the pole position heading into the final 2 matches of the Big West season. With 2 more wins this weekend, Hawaii will assure itself a share of the Big West regular season title and the coveted number 1 seed in the upcoming conference tournament. It's the Tritons of UC San Diego looking to play the spoiler in the first of 2 matches against the top-ranked Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. And with that, we welcome you inside Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Kanoa Leahy's sitting next to Chris McLaughlin. C-Mac, take us through the Kaiser Permanente. Keys to the match.
UCSD, upset-minded with 2 upsets of UH in the last 2 years. I'm sure the Tritons will have that same mindset this year. And for Hawaii, eyes on the prize to assure the number 1 seed for the Big West tournament. Warriors must win 2 this weekend. No time for letting up.
Hawaii 24-2, riding a 7-match win streak. They're 7-1 in the Big West Conference. And we are playing volleyball here. Here's Demetrius Mouklias, first touch, first kill. The reigning AVCA National Player of the Week, averaged 5 kills per set, also accumulated 10 digs and 8 blocks, both team highs in the 2 big wins over Irvine last week.
It's about as well as I've seen him play his entire career. And he was playing against a good team with a good block.
Right side, and that swing off of a southpaw delivery of Berkeley Miesfeld drops for a UCSD point. Hawaiian Financial FCU starting lineup scrolling at the bottom of your screen. No surprises for Hawaii. They've gone with this starting rotation for the vast majority of the season, with the exception of a couple of spots where there were some injuries or Charlie Wade decided to practice some load management. Here's Jakob Tella setting up Spiros Hakas, and it is dug up by Miesfeld. Back row set goes to Ryan Ka, and a little too hot to handle for Hawaii's libero Brett Sheward. Ryan Ka, get familiar with him if you aren't already. 6'3" redshirt senior from San Marcos, California. They will go to him early. They will go to him often.
He has embraced that role of leader this year, unlike past years when he was just another outside hitter. All of a sudden now he is the man. That is a touch-em-all, I think.
That is one of those vintage C-Mac touch-em-alls. I agree with you. At the very least, the ground ruled up.
Yeah.
And it'll be Spiros Hakas to serve. UCSD coming into this match. 8-14 overall on the year. 2-6 in the Big West Conference. Big win, though, in their last time out against UC Santa Barbara in 5, as that one is plugged through the Hawaii block by Nick Rigo, 6'6" junior from Laguna Niguel, California. Now the scenario is this: Hawaii has the tiebreaker with Long Beach State, so if both teams win out, Hawaii would be the top seed in next week's Big West Conference tournament, as we have a foot fault called against the Tritons. And if you're UCSD, at least in terms of this matchup on paper, what you don't want to do is start gifting Hawaii some free points. As you take a look at the Tritons' first-year head coach, Brad Rostraver. Jeremy Voss, a little up-tempo jump serve that time by Voss, and then Ryan Ka goes through the block and out. He's averaging 3.8 kills per set, hitting .217. We mentioned that win in a 5-set victory over UC Santa Barbara their last time out. Ryan Ka went bananas.
66 swings. Who does that?
That's remarkable. 28 kills to go along with that. Hit .242 in that match. Good pass there by Spiros Hakas. Middle set, Cole Hoagland. Little paintbrush action, but it serves as a Hawaii point all the same.
These two teams feeling each other out.
As you take a look at Charlie Wade, got this Rainbow Warrior squad up to 24 wins. And in the pole position here in the final weekend. Demetrios Mouklias to serve, 6'6" junior from Soufli, Greece, and it's a good serve. Forces the overpass, and Chaz Galloway detonates.
Mouklias' jump serve has gotten so much better. He's got more speed on it. He's got more range. He can serve sideline to sideline very easily.
Yeah, maybe one of the 2 or 3 areas where we've seen the most improvement in his game. The consistency alone is something that has grown so immensely for Demi. As that middle set is spanked down by Jim Garrison. Good-looking 6'9" redshirt Frosh from Manhattan Beach, California, hitting .392 on the year.
The reigning Big West Frosh of the week. It's 7 blocks against Santa Barbara.
So the jump float serve there by the setter, Gabriel Dyer, and then he comes up with the save there. So bump set by the libero, Evan Boyle. Roll shot, Ryan Ka, and it drops. 3 swings for Ka, 3 kills.
And he averages about 3 kills per set. He is off to a good start, to say the least.
Remember, he was forced into a much bigger role several years back due to the injury to former outside for UCSD, Wyatt Harrison. As Jakob Tella feigned the swing, and it was an open net for Mouklias, who just destroyed it.
I'd say Mouklias ought to be sending Yakatella, special present after the season's over. Tella's given him more open nets this year than any other opposite in the country, I believe. Tella took 2 blockers with him.
Pass there by Ka. He'll get the set from behind the line and gets it past a diving Chaz Galloway. Interesting connection there. Chaz Galloway and Ryan Ka, both growing up in the San Diego general area and played club volleyball together for Wave Volleyball Club for several years. And so they're very familiar with one another. As that serve goes wide, and we're tied up here in set 1, 7 serving 7.
I guess I take it back. Ka actually averages almost 4 kills per set. He's got them already in this set.
Well, we're inching along, and look at UCSD. They're batting 1,000 as a squad. 7 attacks, 7 kills. Hawaii, 4 kills on 7 swings, hitting .571. No errors for either team, and that was filthy off of the palm of Cole Hoagland, delivering an ace. His 14th of the season, and yes, deals it out of the deck.
He's worked so hard on that serve all summer long. He told me this is the one thing I wanted to get better at. So I didn't get subbed out for a serving sub.
Pass there by Boyle. Outside swing, Josh Schellinger getting a good rip into it. So how about 8 attacks for the Tritons, 8 kills.
That's some pretty good offense they got going on.
They are toiling in perfection at the moment.
They are. Schellinger's got 3 times he's been Big West Freshman of the Week.
But the service error already their 4th. So perfection offensively from the service line. Quite a different story so far.
So Coach Rostrader told me before the game, he said, we've got to serve in at about 85%, otherwise we're going to struggle.
Pass by Ka is a good one off the Yakatella serve, and then it's just nudged down by Nick Rigo in his 3rd year with the UCSD program. Averaging just about 1.5 kills per set, hitting .330 on the year. But this start for the Tritons, it's mind-blowing at the moment.
Yeah, it really is. I don't think anybody started this quickly against the Rainbow Warriors this year.
Here's Chaz Galloway from the back row. Put a pounding on it. Got the touch and gets the kill. So Hawaii jumping back in front, 10 serving 9. Chaz Galloway, 6'3" junior from San Diego. 2.4 kills per set, 278 overall on the year. But in Big West Conference play, he has upped the ante, so to speak. 3.14 kills at a 395 clip. Here's Ka, 3 blockers up, and it didn't matter. And UCSD is still perfect. 10 for 10.
They are in fuego. Cannot be stopped right now.
And Ryan Ka, 5 for 5 individually. Tella goes backside. Here's Demi, slowed down by the block, but it finally finds its way to the terror play. And so there is not a hitting error to be seen between these 2 squads here this far into set 1. Something's got to give at some point, right?
Yeah, I definitely will. Stamina will be a factor the longer the match goes, that's for sure. The longer the rallies go, we'll see players making mistakes at the end of rallies as well.
This guy has been pretty engaged from the service line here in recent weeks. Came up big on the road a couple of weekends in a row, and then was nails against Irvine last week. Almost came up with an ace there. Good scramble play by the Tritons. Yaka, back row, Hakas! Oh, but he stepped on the line. Back row attacker violation. And that gives the point to UC San Diego.
Johnny Pham, nice little turn there at the service line. Ripped a couple 60-mile-an-hour heaters. One was close to 70.
Oh, and from the replay, you may have seen just a little bit of space between that pinky toe and the line. That might have been worth an extra look. Here's Chaz Galloway. Oh, had to hang in the air for a while. Now a little ping pong atop the tape. Demi with the standing jumping approach. And he finds that back line.
Who needs an approach when you swing like that? Demi has been playing so well as of late. makes so many fewer errors, both attacking and at the service line.
His numbers this season have just been amazing. 3.97 kills per set, hitting .401 on the year. A good serve there again. Cross-court set goes to Ka. Blocked in room. And there it is. The first block for either team here in set one.
Ka takes a pretty good swing out there, but Hoagland there waiting for him. Teller did a nice job of setting up that block.
Yeah, Jakob had a good blocking weekend against Irvine, and Cole Hoagland getting in there on what is his 69th block of the season. Nucleus, another good serve, good pass by Boyle. And the middle set, very quick, as Garrison was able to sneak it through that Hawaii block. And so Jim Garrison, 2 for 2 so far.
Garrison's the one that loves sushi. Had one right before the match, as a matter of fact, the coach told us.
Yeah, right when they checked into the hotel, he went searching for some sushi. He's in the right place. Here's Ka, 3 blockers up. It doesn't matter. This guy is grooving. 6 kills on 7 swings. Despite getting stuffed just moments ago, he is still hitting around 700. Had some big performances. Big West Conference tournament action in this building in previous years. So Ryan Ka not going to be affected by the surroundings. Here's Tella, middle, Hoagland puts a curtain on it. And he's got 2 put downs. Hawaii back in front.
Hoagland just gets up so quick and he has such a fast arm swing. Blockers really have a hard time catching up to him.
Will be one of the 6 honored at the conclusion of tomorrow night's match. And what is going to be a big-time senior night of love and aloha for a class that spans the most successful stretch in the history of this University of Hawaii volleyball program. I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to touch more on that here in the next couple of nights. But Jim Garrison going back to work. And what do you make of this offense for UCSD? Why has it been so tough so far?
I think the setting has been really good. The selections by Gabe Dyer have really been good. There's a good set from Boyle from the back row.
He felt blocked, punched up in the air, little joust above the tape. No! Great play by Dyer to keep it on the UCSD side. And then hammered down by Garrison. Gabe Dyer falling right now. UCSD to 15 first. Welcome back. Time now for the Hawaii Honda Dealers highlight reel, and Ryan Ka has led the way for this UC San Diego offense. 6 kills on 7 swings. The CMAC, this is a team that is hitting .244 as a squad on the year, and they are busted right now here in Manoa.
Hitting .765. How about tripling their production in the kill percentage? Amazing.
As you alluded to, Gabriel Dyer, 6'5" sophomore setter, having himself a match so far, keeping the Hawaii defense on its toes. Good pass there by Galloway. Outside is Hakas, dug up by Evan Boyle. Chased down out of the signage on a bump set that goes to Ka. Diving save by Galloway. Hakas will send it across. Ka with the 2-hand save. Outside, the swing by Schellinger, and it's another kill for UCSD. And they are putting the D in UCSD. They're picking up a bunch of what Hawaii has offered them, and they are terminating right now. They're up by 2. They've scored 3 straight points, and they're hitting .737 for the night.
Coach Rostrader said this team was scrappy and they played some pretty good defense, but they're really playing some good defense.
Here's Tella, middle set, Hoagland. And just places it oh so gently down for a much-needed Hawaii point. Yeah, Brad Rostrader telling us when we serve in, which is a big if for any team on any given night, but he says when we keep our serves in, that's when we're kind of tough to deal with. And they've still had 4 service errors here this evening, but they've been able to convert because of the defense.
Yeah, their offense has just been so good. Defensively, they're out digging Hawaii. 5-2, I believe.
Yeah, 6-2 as a matter of fact at this point. And they Diego. A little bit of a different location on the middle set to Jim Garrison. And it is all working right now for UC San Diego. Garrison has 5 kills. He averages less than a single kill per set this season on 5 swings. And now he's back to serve.
He's got a lethal float serve here.
Two-hand pass by Brett Sheward. Tella goes to Voss. And Guilherme Voss, the birthday boy, turning 23 today. Able to record what is his first kill on his first attempt of the evening.
Once again, Tella intercepting what could have been an overpass. Instead, he delivers a nice one to Guilherme.
Oh, what a serve, forcing the overpass. Jakob with options, goes backside. Here's Demi. Dug up over the net by Dyer. Now high ball, it's Haka, soft up block and roofed. UC San Diego is here to play in the penultimate match of the Big West regular season.
What is it about the Tritons? The last 2 years, they've taken a match off the #1 ranked at the time Hawaii Rainbows, and they're starting to play like that again, despite having graduated a lot of players and playing with 3 freshmen.
Miesfeld with the serve. High and away, the set goes to Muklius. And he lays the smack down. Demetrius Muklius with kill number 5. Now, UCSD is hitting .750. They have just 1 hitting error. They are outdigging Hawaii 7-2, and yet Hawaii is trailing by just a single point.
Yeah, it's because of those 4 service errors, I think, that really have held UCSD from having a larger lead.
Back row, it's Ka. 7th put down for him. And if the Tritons didn't have Hawaii's attention coming into the building this evening, they have caught their attention now.
That was a very, very close call.
Yeah,
I don't think he was about as close as the one that was called on Hawkins.
Yeah, they ended up ruling that out, so we're tied here at 18. Out of system play here for the Tritons. Schellinger, how about that? Off the block. Just rolls along the top of the tape and finds its way down. It has been that kind of opening frame offensively for the Tritons. Even Schellinger impressed by his own exploits.
Puts it down inside the 1 meter line. That's pretty good shot.
Don't miss a second of the action. Watch Spectrum Sports on the go. The Spectrum News app has the local sports you love and the news and weather that matter most to you. Download today on the App Store or Google Play. It's going to be Schellinger to serve. Jump serve coming, and it's an ace. Handcuffed Hakas. And UCSD gets to 21st. And Charlie Wade signals for a timeout. The Tritons looking to shock everybody.
I just wrote a jingle for my fish sandwich. Want to hear it?
Welcome back. So here are the Big West Conference Tournament seeding scenarios, at least at the top of the stack. Hawaii with 2 wins this weekend. They'll be the top seed, or with 1 win and a Long Beach State loss. But Long Beach swept Irvine at the Pyramid tonight. So Hawaii with a loss and a Long Beach State win tomorrow night would fall to the 2 seed. Obviously the opposite scenario true for Long Beach State, and UC Irvine, by virtue of that loss tonight, locked into the 3 seed. But right now, Hawaii finding itself in a battle with UC San Diego. Chaz Galloway gets dug up by Miesfeld, and then a mishandle on the second touch there. That will give Hawaii the point.
Great dig by Miesfeld. Galloway just ripped that down the line. Miesfeld hung in there and popped it straight up.
And Schellinger called for the ball handling error. And 19 serving 20. Guilherme Voss. Put a little extra sauce on it. Overpass Galloway. What a dig by Boyle. Free ball coming over the net. Tella with options. Backside Muklius. Straight down to the floor.
Ooh, that was hit with some authority. He was covered by Boyle. He was all the way from back left to cover that. And the end of the play, termination by the Terminator, Demi, the detonator.
Yeah, that looked like it had some anger behind it. 6 kills on 7 swings for Demi. Middle set off the block and off the platform of Tella gives UCSD the point. Nick Rigo putting them up 1.
Rigo picks up his 3rd kill.
I mean, these are gaudy numbers. 6 kills for Cog, 5 for Garrison, 3 each for Schellinger and Rigo, and they're hitting 696 as a squad.
Unbelievable. On the year they hit 224.
Oh, and that one goes off the tape and just wide. You're getting a sense this is one of those evenings, maybe those kinds of caroms go the way of the Tritons, but not that time, and we're tied at 21. And if Hawaii can figure out a way to still pull out this set despite the exploits of this Tritons offense, that would be something. But a lot of work to do here. 21 all, Muklia serving. Good pass. Outside, it's Ka off the block and out.
Great pass that time by Schellinger. He took it really, I thought was going to be a very effective, hard to pass ball by Muklius. Popped it right up.
Jump float there by Dyer. Tella goes D-set. Muklius blocked and roofed. Ryan Ka got the gist of it. UC San Diego now up 2. 23-21. Charlie Wade is signaling for another timeout.
So this Triton team really doing a nice job of hustling along the net, hustling in the back row, passing out some really tough serves, and hitting, where are they hitting now? 7, 0, 8. Oh my goodness gracious. They hit 244 on the year. I think Hawaii can't push too many panic buttons when they're playing against a team that's playing unconscious right now. And a couple of players are careering out.
Yeah, UCSD is playing in another solar system at the moment against Hawaii under their first-year head coach. Brad Rostrader has to like what he's seeing so far. Let's check in with Ryan Kalei-Suti. Ryan, what are you seeing so far?
It is a battle out here, and you're right, Kano. The coaching staff here for San Diego, very happy with what they're saying. They said the biggest difference between us and them right now is we're playing steady. We just have to continue this steady pace, and they also said to respect Hawaii going into the last 5 points of this set. They know that Hawaii has this reputation of turning it on in the last 5 points, saying that this is where we really have to stay the steadiest, and also saying, watch number 11. Of course, that's Demetrius Muklius, saying whatever you do, left side blockers, make sure that we are keyed in on what Demi's doing. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. Taking a look at the all-time series record, Hawaii leading at 61-6, but we mentioned the Tritons have defeated Hawaii once in each of the last 2 seasons. But a different roster here this year. Last year, UCSD went 13-11, 5-5 in the Big West Conference. Lost to UC Irvine in the first round of the Big West Conference tournament, but it was a season that featured 7 wins against nationally ranked opponents, including Long Beach State, Hawaii, twice BYU, Stanford, and Irvine. Here's Muklius out of the timeout. They needed it. He delivered it for his 7th kill, and Hawaii within a point.
Tella knew who to go to. He'd go to his hot guy, Muklius, who's now got 7 kills, only 1 error. He's hitting for a 667 clip.
22 serving 23. Galloway made sure he got it in. Here's Ka off the block and down.
Ka now with 8 kills.
He's been virtually unstoppable. Couple of hitting errors, but he's hitting over 500. And it is aloha ball for the Tritons in set 1. The crowd trying to up the volume. Hawaii way out of system. Galloway has to bump it straight up. It's a free ball for UC San Diego. Middle set, hit into the net by Garrison. And Hawaii gets gifted an oh-so-important point.
Oh, Hawaii caught a break there for sure. That point was the Tritons to be had.
Yeah, the first hitting error of the set for Jim Garrison, and it's an unforced one at that. And so UCSD is going to signal for a timeout. You see Brad Rostrader there in his first season. Was named head coach October 7th of last year. Replaces Kevin Ring, who was let go basically after 17 years atop the program. And we mentioned They actually experienced some levels of unprecedented success a season ago. They beat BYU not once but twice. Prior to that, this program was 0 for 44 against BYU. So a pretty interesting set of circumstances, and certainly the timeline was something that had the rest of the Big West talking a little bit. Among some of the other losses from last year, you had the two-time All-American Kyle McCauley. You had their setter Blake Crisp. And so a lot of turnover for this roster, and it has been a roller coaster ride this year, but so far so good tonight, C-Mac.
Yeah, it really is. I think he starts 3 freshmen. He's got a couple seniors, but that's about his only maturity on this squad is the 2 seniors. Then he's got a sophomore and a junior as well. But then when he goes to the bench, he says, oh, I'm going to go to one of 3 freshmen again. We'll get even younger.
20 kills, accounting for 20 of the 24 points so far for UC San Diego. They average about 11.5 kills per set. I mean, just throw all the previous trends out the window. The stats do not apply here so far in this match. They're hitting 654. Hawaii hitting 370, not too shabby. But they're up against it. It's still aloha ball for the Tritons. Cole Hoagland with the slow exhale. A must-get serve. Outside, through the block, diving, saved by Galloway. Here's Haka's 3 blockers up. It slows the swing down. So now Ka will set up Schellinger. And we're tied at 24.
And finally, Hawaii caught a break. Stayed patient in that rally long enough to allow their block to finish it.
Jakob in on that one again. 24 all. We're running deuces here in set 1. And it crawls over for an ace. Are you for real, Cole Hoagland? And they will stand up here at the arena. However, they're going to have to hold their positions for just a little longer because Brad Rostratter signals for a timeout. Hawaii facing set point for UC San Diego has scored 3 straight points, and now they have aloha ball. Oh, look at this serve.
Hawaii got a lucky break there, to be sure.
That replay from the net cam was dramatic.
Pretty cool, yeah.
Let's check in with Ryan again. What's up, Ryan?
Hey, thanks, Connell. Well, for the Hawaii coaching staff, they're saying all eyes on the big, which is signaling that Ryan Ka is in the backcourt. They think this ball might go to them. Really positioning the blockers to make sure to track Ryan Ka. On the San Diego sideline right now, the coaching staff saying, take a breath. This is fun. This is what we want to do. They're confident coming in here. They're really focusing on their passing as well as their hand positioning on the blockers, hoping to side out and take the momentum back here in this first set. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. Largest lead for UC San Diego was 3 in this opening frame. And remember, they had Hawaii up against the ropes here in the first set, serving for set point. And Hawaii has since been able to score 3 straight, and they steal set point back to their side. And they're on their feet here at the conclusion of set 1, C-Mac.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Make it like the other home gyms in the rest of the, like the rest of the country.
2 service aces in this match for Cole Hoagland. The Viking clap in effect. Serving for set 1. Pass by Boyle. Back row, Ka, and he lights it aflame. Well, Ryan called it, and that's exactly what UCSD did. And Hawaii couldn't stop it.
We used to have Ryan Clay Suji in the huddle over there. He just didn't transmit that information to Hawaii blockers.
So deuces again, 25 all. Served by Garrison into the net. And now a little exercise for the crowd because they're standing up again.
This is an aerobic game. These fans came to get some exercise.
Aloha ball in set 1, and Jakob Tella to serve. by Boyle. Outside, it's Schellinger. Gets it down. We're tied again at 26 all.
These two teams putting on a pretty good offensive show. Very little digging and blocking, a lot of kills.
And now Berkeley Miesfeld, tough left-handed jump server. Popped straight up by Schuer. Tella goes outside. Here's Muklius off the fingertips of the block, over the net and down. Demetrius strikes again. 8 kills for the reigning National Player of the Week. And they'll stand up again. Third set point here for Hawaii. It'll be the other half of the Greek connection here to serve. Spiros Hakas, team leader in aces. Aloha ball. What a serve! Played by Galloway. May have been an out ball. Middle set Voss. It doesn't matter. A little G to punctuate a Hawaii win in set 1. The Rainbow Warriors overcome a lava-hot performance offensively by UC San Diego. And they take it in extras. 28-26. Set 2 coming up. Welcome back. Demetrius Muklius doing Demetrius Muklius things in that first set. The reigning National Player of the Week delivered big time, particularly in spots where Hawaii needed him the most, C-Mac.
Yeah, he really came through when the going got tough. He got going. 8 kills, only 1 error. Hitting a mere 700 on the night.
That was just a crazy opening frame. If you're just joining us, Hawaii taking it in extras, 28-26. But UC San Diego hit 600 as a team. 22 kills on 30 swings, just 4 hitting errors. Really the difference, the serving errors.
Yeah, it really was. And you know, as great as Muklius was with 8 kills, guess what? Ryan Kaw had 1 more. For San Diego, he had 9 kills, hitting .583. Big number. And the middles for San Diego really played well. 8 kills, 1 error, 9 tries. They really looked sharp.
Well, let's go inside the numbers presented by Long's Drugs. The number is 4. That's the number of service aces needed by Jakob Tella to set the Hawaii career service ace record. Almost had 1 on match point at the end of that first frame. It was played by Galloway on an overpass. May have been one of those right on the boundary type of deals. And then the quick set to Voss in the middle finished it anyway. But yeah, Jakob Tella sitting on 118 career aces. The UH record is 121, held by 2 guys, Kostas Theoharides and Pedro Azania. And so 4 more. And Jakob Tella, who already owns the single season record set last year with 61, would be the career leader. And middle set to Rigo, pinballed around. And UCSD staying hot offensively. But again, the service errors were part of the storyline there. 6 service errors in the first for the Tritons. 0 service errors for Hawaii.
It's unusual, to say the least.
Hawaii having to scramble a little bit. Here's Muklius, dug up along the back line by Ka. He gets the set from the back row. Roll shot, blocked. And then Ka, a little ad-lib swing there. The dig by Schuer. Outside, Dimi! And it's going to be a net violation called against Hawaii and UCSD. Winning a long one.
And Coach Rostrader said that one of the things he really likes about this team is their ability to stay in long rallies.
There's the serve by Miesfeld, and it's an ace. And Hawaii with the come-from-behind victory in the first set, but here to start set 2, all Tritons, they rip off the first 3 points. Miesfeld entered the match tied for the team lead with 14 aces. Adds to his total right there, but he giveth and then he taketh away as the next serve goes into the twine. So Spiros Hakas with the chemistry textbook being flashed behind him. And whatever element that was applied, it worked out for a Hawaii point, and Hawaii is on the board in the second.
Why is that? Oh, I know. Team chemistry. There you go.
It's a molecular approach. As that one goes into the net.
Serving for the Triumphs, Josh Ellinger.
He is serving right in front of the student section.
Yeah.
Obviously, they bring their books to the game and study and do problem sets, stuff like that.
I would imagine so. Especially on a Friday night, right?
Yeah. That's what you used to do.
Ball set goes to Galloway. And just rising higher than everybody else, gets his third kill. 3 serving 4, and Guilherme Voss will retreat back to serve. Asking him how old he was today, this being his birthday, he said 23. A couple of his teammates, though, were ribbing him. As you see Kurt Nusterer entering the match. They were like, I thought it was 27. Voss couldn't conjure up the save there on the Nick Rigo swing.
Oh, I love that pass by Evan Boyle. Very well controlled. Right to the setter, Dyer. So Dyer can run a play.
Evan Boyle back on the sideline at the moment, but True Frosch out of Crescenta Valley High School. He's looked good at the libero position. That's a good-looking serve by Nick Rigo. Too hot to handle on the Hawaii side, and UCSD has the Rainbow Warriors doubled up here in set 2. Serving 3. Another smoker of a serve. Tella goes to Galloway up the ladder, dug up tight to the net. Muklius, the swing got blocked by Ka. So Tella clearing the area, goes to Galloway. It's popped straight up off the platform of Schellinger. Oh, that bump set a little off the mark. So free chance here for Hawaii. Tella going back row. Hawkins rips it off the block and out. Hawaii having to earn that one though.
These Titans are well coached on defense for sure. They they lengthen these rallies and hope that you make a mistake. They're just very, very patient.
Nucleus will serve. It's a good one. Boyle will have to take on the set. Sets Ka tight to the net. He southpaw slapped it over. Tella on 2. Well timed by the veteran setter.
I love when he brings that out early so the defense is aware that he's going to be an attacker up front. And then they jump with him. When he jump sets after that, he'll take a couple blockers with him, make it easy on his outside hitters.
Part of what prompts Charlie Wade to refer to him as a unicorn, right? It's the all-around skill set on the court. Then it's also the off-the-court exploits as Ka is dug up over the net. Nicely done there by Hakas. Here's Ka, second time, dug up again by Hakas. Tella outside, here's Galloway, roll shot, two-hand save Ka. D-set, it goes to Miesfeld, loops it cross court, diving save over the net there by Dimi. Now a little play at the net, what a set by Dyer. Dyer doing a little Tella.
Dyer taking a page out of Tella's book right there. Takes one blocker with him, so there's only a one-on-one for Garrison. He buries it.
And Gabe Dyer, the setter who played with Balboa Bay Volleyball Club, was actually coached when he was playing club ball by Brad Rostratter. So they have a reunion here at UCSD. Good swing there, wrist away by Galloway. And he cuts it to 1. There's some high-level setter play on the floor tonight.
This bump set by the middle blocker, Nusterer. He gets credit for the assist.
Nusterer, the 6'9" redshirt frosh from Indianapolis, Indiana. Diving pass there by Boyle. Here's Ka, 3 blockers up. The avoiding swing dug up by Galloway. Here's Hakas. Unloading. And we're tied at 7.
Better not give Hakas a one-on-one. He'll make you pay. And that's just what happened this time. Neuster takes one blocker with him. There's Hawkes one-on-one on the outside.
Was hitting negatives prior to that swing. He now has 2 kills. Middle set, it's Neuster. He's roofed. Blocked by Garrison.
Well-formed block by San Diego. Well executed. Somehow or another, they knew that Teller was going to go to the middle. They had 2 blockers up on Neuster.
What do you think about the change there? Neuster coming in to this second set for Cole Hoagland.
I'm not sure why Charlie did that. Hoagland was not playing poorly, that's for sure.
Teller, high ball set, it's Hawkes. Times it against 3 blockers and goes OTT.
Maybe it's part of Charlie's load management, hoping to try to keep Cole fresh for as long as he can. He was coming off that the foot injury, wasn't he?
And now you have Neuster back to serve. 8 up here in set 2. Oh, behind the head middle set there is dug up by Neuster. Great effort on the second touch by Hawkes. Back row, it's Cobb. Blocked in room. Ain't nothing but a ching thing. G-Boss doing it by himself.
Brazilian flags come out. G-Boss celebrating his birthday with a big-time block there.
And Hawaii in front for the first time here in set 2. 9 serving 8. Middle set, and that is Garrison. Misses it wide. Was there a touch? No touch. Second hitting error for Jim Garrison, and Hawaii up 2.
Once again, Evan Boyle passed the ball really well, getting up in front of the 3-meter line, allowing Dyer to run a pretty good offense.
Kurt Neuster, maybe not in the traditional way, but providing a bit of a lift here for Hawaii in the second set. What a good serve. Outside, and the block is up. Off the block and out, however, as Schellinger gets the kill. Otella thought that it had gone down in play. But it is a kill instead for Schellinger.
But if you really thought it was in, he would have called over Coach Charlie and say, hey.
Ooh, boy.
I think that challenge might have been good.
Otella going back row. Here's Galloway. Clears for takeoff.
Aaron Galloway once again. Unlike the airplanes at Fort Lauderdale, Galloway's got the clearance.
Oh, my goodness. We send our best to all of those having to deal with the crazy rainy weather over there in South Florida.
I don't think I've ever seen an airport actually totally flooded like that.
Unbelievable. Miesfeld pumps it long. Was there a touch? And they're going to say no touch, and I think we're going to get a challenge here from Brad Rostratter. And yes, we are indeed. And so Dixon Chung going to take a look at this. He's the R2. Donna Hess, the upper referee across the way. Mark Nakashima and Kerwin Stenstrom, the 2 line judges. Our first review here of the evening. It'll be a touch, no touch review.
The hardest one, by the way, in case you're watching at home. It's so hard to see the fingers move back or the ball change its spin.
Miesfeld clearly swinging for the touch, going high hands here.
Hard to see any fingers bend back there. Hard to see any fingers bend back there either. And hard to see any fingers bend back there.
This is where you try to read some of the Hawaii players' body language, right? Especially Voss and Hawkes.
Oh, there's a finger there. Voss got it. Right hand, middle and ring fingers. Can't see it there, but on the other replay, I thought he got it.
All right. Sounds like you've been swinging back and forth a little bit on this. What's your verdict here, C-Mac, before we hear the official call?
I think it's a touch. Oh, was a touch. I'll tell you the reason why I thought it was a touch is because there's only two people on the floor that really know what happened. That's the attacker and the blocker. And the attacker that time, Niesfeld, immediately said, "Coach, challenge that. That was a touch." So he feels that strongly about it. I really think it's going to be ruled in his favor.
And out of the replay challenge, it is Jakob Tella delivering an ace. His 119th for his career. He is now 3 away from setting the new record. And a timeout taken by the Tritons. Jakob, see television. Hawaii up 4. Welcome back. We're doing it again tomorrow night for senior night. UC San Diego and Hawaii. Final match of the Big West Conference regular season schedule. Spectrum Sports coverage begins at 6:30. It's going to be a special one. 6 players being honored on senior night, including that guy, Jakob Tella, one of the best to ever don the Hawaii uniform. And he serves out of the timeout. It's another blistering serve. Good pass that time, though, and Rigo going cross-court and in.
Good swing by Rigo. He saw that block dead straight in front of him, cuts it back across his body. Otherwise, G. Voss would have had him. Great shot.
I think Rigo 6 for 6, back 1,000. Serve, though, going wide. That will be something that I'm sure Brad Rothstratter will bring up in the discussion, either post-match or prior to tomorrow's rematch, regardless of how this thing ends. 8 service errors compared to 1. UCSD to Hawaii, respectively.
They're serving under 80%.
Pass there by Boyle. Middle set, Rigo blocked back that time. Punched around, over the net it goes. Muclius sends it home. That's kill number 9 for Dini. And Hawaii gets the 15 first in the second. They lead by a handful in set 2. Big West Conference Tournament next week in Irvine, April 20th through the 22nd. Spectrum Sports will bring you quarterfinal and semifinal action. I'll be up there with C-Mac. Ryan Kalei-Suji will be up there. James Anastasiadis told me that he's taken the trip as well, so we may have to put him to work too. Who knows? Here is Spiros Hakas to serve out of the timeout. Hawaii hoping to be the top seed in that tourney. And ace dealt out of the deck for Spiros Hakas. And another errant pass that came right towards us. We had a little too much of that type of action last week in the Irvine series.
Joe Carlos coming over. That was pretty fun. Spiros' second ace of the night.
A photo that was kind of making the rounds among the crew as well as social media, where it showed you, C-Mac, you really had a panicked look on your face, whereas I was keeping it totally cool and together.
I don't think so. I'm misreading that.
Here's Galloway. What a shot down the line. That was surgical. And another timeout signal by the Tritons. We'll keep things right here, but the tide turning definitively here in favor of Hawaii in the second frame.
And it's happened because they're just playing steady. They haven't pushed any panic buttons. They knew that UC San Diego's hitting percentage, kill percentage, had to come down. I mean, it was just, you know, they're hitting like 750 when they normally hit 250. They tripled their production as far as kill percentage goes, and that just had to drop. It was only natural. They couldn't keep that up all night long.
Chaz Galloway still without a hitting error, C-Mac. 6 kills on 14 swings. He's also got 3 digs. He's hitting .429.
Nice dig there by Galloway. Only being outdug, though, by the Tritons. I mean, 15-11 maybe? 14-11. UCSD outdigging Hawaii. Hitting percentage for the match. UCSD 426 to Hawaii's 400. Or close to 413.
Yeah, so UC San Diego, which hit 600 in set one, coming back to the mean a little bit, if you will. They're hitting 111 here in set two.
I'll tell you another difference in this set. Ryan Carr, that guy right there, who's a monster killer. No kills this set. He hit 9, count of 9 in the first set. The average is 4%.
Yeah, it's amazing. Ryan Carr, I'm not sure how this is possible, but he looks younger than he did 2 years ago.
He does, that's right. He does.
We've got like a Benjamin Button situation brewing over here with Ryan Carr.
Yeah.
7-1 run here for the Bows. And a looping serve that time by Hakas. Setup goes to Schellinger. Block got a good chunk there. Galloway with his own cover. Right side, here's Muklius. He's blocked back. Tella the first to touch it. So the former setter, Shui, sets up Demi. Oh, and he's through. Got eclipsed by that triple block by UCSD.
Well, that block knew exactly where the ball was going. So they had 3 people over there waiting for Demi. Well formed, well timed. 6 hands across the net.
Serve coming from Schellinger, and he pumps it long. That's the 9th service error for UC San Diego.
UC San Diego now serving not like they wanted. They wanted to be at 85 or better. They're now below 75.
Here is fan favorite Keone Phim with a little thunder from the service line. Oh my goodness.
You know, the service gun is broken. I think he broke it. It says 28 miles per hour, but that was at least 65 or 70.
I think it's closer to 128. No, the reading that we're being told was official was 63, and I'm not even sure if that was accurate.
I don't think so.
Josh Ewart now on the floor for UC San Diego. That's another blasty blast. It goes just long.
Didn't miss by much. He is a crowd pleaser. He's fun. He's worth the price for admission right there.
Oh boy.
Yeah, just out.
By a hair. If that.
Original call was serve out. Hawaii's champion serve landed in.
All right, Charlie's going to challenge this. What do you think, C-Mac?
I think he might have done that as a favor to Keone. Show respect for the kind of job he's done serving this year, but I think this is just barely out. Oh, might have caught some white line there.
Might have just clipped the white of the line.
Yeah.
We got James Anastasiadis looking over our shoulder. What would be your call there, James? You go in or out?
Like Charlie would say, it looks more out than in, but it looks in.
He says it kind of looks in. All right.
I like it.
What do you think about how this guy has kind of raised the level, though, talking about Keone Phim, and just has really calibrated well from the service line here in recent weeks?
Yeah, and he's really come around. He's much more consistent. He seems to know when to pull out the big bomber, and this like 70 miles an hour. He knows when to hit the 60 to keep the ball in play, because it's important to keep it in play at that time.
This is the angle that makes it look most plausible to reverse the out call.
Absolutely, I thought that one was the best, and that's why I thought it caught a little bit of white line. That one looks like it's a white liner too. So who was that?
All right,
we'll see.
Dixon Chun removing the headset. Survey says call stands.
UC San Diego. Hawaii loses their challenge after 2 remaining. He falls back in, but Keone Phim. Serve for the Trojans.
I'd like Charlie to lose a challenge. In fact, last week, remember, he lost a couple of challenges.
Yeah, he did.
He was
and
not
he
a
was
happy
hot.
camper. He was hot. He doesn't like that.
That's one of the ways he can directly impact the match. So he obviously takes a lot of pride in that part. Pass by Shui, tight to the net, in fact, went over. But he's able to dig up the would-be put down. Here's Galloway! Up the ladder and down the chute. Just elevating to another level.
I think Galloway might have gone over the 6'9" Garrison. No, he goes over the outside blocker, but still a great shot. He's really got that little cut back across his body, down the line shot. Kind of wired right now.
You saw that little tap to the top of the head that meant I went over the top.
Yeah.
Oh, what a serve! It's another ace! Hawaii with 7 service aces. And the first of the match for Dimi. Those signs are getting put to real good use here this evening.
Yeah, and they're serving in at a high percentage as well. As a coach, you love tough and in.
21 serving 12. Oh, he went for it. Hit the pin, however. Charlie Wade telling us when we spoke with him earlier this week, he says, I'd love for Dimi to just be a little bit more general in where he tries to place the serve. He tries to sometimes get a little too precise, but you got to kind of let him do his thing as well. It's also what Charlie told us as Noosterer does his thing and puts a pound in on that set.
Teller showed a lot of confidence in the freshman. You know, the middles have to work so hard at practice and during the game, and they do more running than anybody else. And I think maybe Charlie Wade's looking at making sure that all 3 middles are fresh for the playoffs.
Here's Ka, been a bit quiet, goes cross court and in. He gets the double figures and kills.
That was a great shot. He had to get up high for that one. Cross body shot, picks up his first kill in this set.
14 serving 12, and it's Ka himself to serve. Tickle the tape. Former club teammate Galloway with the pass. Here's Dimi from the back row. And he goes out. Bit of an avoidance swing that time for Mugli as his 4th hitting error. And 15 serving 22 now here in the second. Galloway with the pass. Tella goes middle to Noosterer, and he's blocked and roofed. Garrison read it well. And that's 3 straight points here for the Tritons.
Charlie's got 2 timeouts left. Sub the middle there. Noosterer took a pretty good swing at it. And as he put Hoagland back in.
Yeah, he goes back to Cole Hoagland here. Late in set 2, and the serve by Ka. He tried to get precise, pulled the string, and hit it into the twine.
Cole Hoagland to serve.
And it's Cole's turn to serve. Gets subbed right back in, and now he's got to serve it in. Goes to Ka, good pass there, behind the head, set to Garrison. And Garrison now up to 7 kills. And we're going to have a serving sub here for UCSD. It is Paya Vatanchanis, a 5'10" freshman from right there in Irvine, California, playing in his 37th set of the season. Back row, it's Galloway, exploding on it. And it's a low ball here in set 2. They will rise here in the arena.
Galloway's hitting that stick so well. High percentage, rarely misses, rarely gets blocked. High percentage set for the Rainbow Warriors.
And it's again Jakob to serve for the set. Outside, Schellinger across court and wide. Was there a touch? No touch. Point for Hawaii. And they take the second 25-17. A set that looks vastly different from how things played out in the first. But here on the penultimate night of the Big West regular season, the #1 team in the country will have a chance to crack open the broom closet.
Intermission here in Manoa, Hawaii, UC San Diego, and so far, so good for number one Hawaii as they lead 2-0. Scott, James, Ryan, Hawaii up 2-0. However, in that opening set, Hawaii found themselves down 24-22, but they just always seem to find a way, and they did again.
Yeah, it's always when Hawaii is down in that first set or down when it really counts, they find a way to battle back. Credit Cole Hoagland for that timely ace coming off the net. But really Hawaii getting a diversified attack, really led at the beginning by Demetrius Buklis, who really had a fantastic first set. He got slowed down a little bit in the second set, but we take a look at some of his highlights. He still has 9 kills on 17 attempts, hitting 294, but really bailed Hawaii out a lot in that first set.
San Diego just played super clean volleyball there in that first set, and a couple of unforced errors from the service line. They have 10 service errors, 6 of those coming in from the first set, and Hawaii just got into a group. As you see there, Demetrius Buklis hitting a lot of times with no block, if not only one block up. Jakob is doing an incredible job spreading the offense, and it's exciting to see him run the big a lot more often. We haven't seen it too much in the past couple of games, but he's running the 40, he's running the big a little bit more out of system, and just spreading the offense very well.
The Hawaii service game has been top-notch all night long. 7 aces, only 3 service errors. You got a couple from Cole Hoagland, single by Pella, Muglias, Keone Tim came in, a couple for Hawkins. The serving's been one of the strengths all season long.
It really has, and it just talks to how much time this team puts into serving. It's something that we hear Charlie talk about all the time. When they're serving inbounds at 90%, they're very hard to beat, and that's what they're doing here tonight. They are serving inbounds at 91%, and San Diego is doing a good job controlling a lot of their serves, but Hawaii is just finding ways to get them off the net, out of system, and like you said, they have 7 aces on the night, and it's only the second set.
And we talked about Chaz Galloway in the pregame show, and Chaz continuing to impress. Right now, the junior without an error, 8 kills on 16 attempts, hitting 500. Also doing a nice job playing defense, keeping Hawaii in system, and that pick out of the backcourt. You know, we saw a lot of that from Spiros Hakas earlier in the season, and now Chaz has really come up with that pick as well. And I think that's some of the shots right there, that high-class shot down the line. One of the things that Hawaii's trying to do is set him tighter to the net so he can go above blocks like he has been.
All right, let's talk about adjustments. What do you expect to see in the third set and beyond?
I expect a lot more like that second set. Hawaii's just going to come out firing. San Diego's having a little bit of trouble offensively. They find a way. Hawaii's found a way to slow down Ryan Koch. But I do expect San Diego to come out and give everything that they have. They're a scrappy team. They're a team that have beat this #1 ranked team in the past. They're going to give that all they have.
I would like to see Hawaii just try to build a little cushion. It'd be nice to see some of the seniors get an opportunity to come in here on senior weekend. We'll see if we see a player like Philip Humler, maybe Kanaya Kana getting some front row action. It would be nice if Hawaii can build a cushion so they can get some playing time.
Well, UA's trying to keep pace with Long Beach State, who won in 3 earlier tonight against Irvine. We'll take a break, come back and have more.
Welcome back here to the Pizza Hut match statistics. And some of the numbers might be a little skewed because of just how crazy on fire UC San Diego was offensively in set 1.
You'd never believe Hawaii's up 2-0. They're being out-hit, they're being out-blocked, they're being out-dug, but they aren't being out-aced. They have better ratios, a +4 ratio there versus San Diego's -7, and that's where part of the difference is.
Well, we welcome you back inside Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center next to Chris McLaughlin. I'm Kanoa Leahy. And so CMAC Hawaii was able to weather that Triton storm in the first set. We saw them able to create some distance in that second frame. Was that the best haymaker that UCSD could throw here?
I would guess so. You know, they hit like 700, and Ryan Kaw had 9 kills, and I think maybe only 1 or 2 errors, and played almost flawlessly. His teammates played almost flawlessly as well. They hit, what did they hit? 700 for the first set, and they normally hit 250.
And then this guy, Jakob Tella for Hawaii. You know, this is a weekend that's going to celebrate 6 Hawaii players who will be departing from the program. But I'm guessing that Jakob Tella will be the one who gets the loudest ovation because this guy has just been special, and he's been doing it again here this evening.
Yeah, both on and off the court, in the classroom, you name it, wherever he is, he's a class act, for sure.
I mean, a first-team national academic All-American. You know, the fact that his exploits on the court are so incredible. He's possibly going to hold several records here at the University of Hawaii before it's all POW.
And he's doing it in his second language, by the way.
Correct.
Could you have done that in any other second language, Kanoa?
I couldn't do it in one. There's the serve by Tella. Good serve goes over, but Voss wasn't really ready for it. And so now Schellinger goes through the block and down, and that was just one of those miscues by Guilherme Voss. I think that caught him by surprise, the fact that that drifted all the way over.
Yeah, I think he was worried about falling through into the net, so he just tapped it back.
Here's Hakas over the block, but he sends it long, no touch. And so UC San Diego gets the point. Yeah, the other thing about Jakob Tella, we'll have, I'm sure, a chance to get into it a little bit tomorrow, but what makes him so special is just how down to earth this guy is. I mean, everyone who is in his orbit will say the same thing. He is just one of the coolest among the people superstars you will ever meet. As Demetrius Muklius goes through the block and down. And you can see it by the way his teammates rally around him. I mean, they respond to him like very few others.
No question. And if he puts up a bad set, they're the first one to say, that's okay, Jakob. Whereas sometimes in other teams, you'll see if the hitter gets a bad set, they'll, blame the setter. Not with Jakob.
And that's a swing by Josh Ewart, who entered the match in that second set. And that was a good-looking swing. 6'4" Frosh from Moraga, California, out of Campolindo High School.
He's got a heavy arm. Brother Jordan played at Stanford. Sister Jenna who plays at Volleyball at Texas.
And that dump shot goes down off of Tella. Ryan Ka getting the kill. A little sloppiness here at the onset of set 3 for Hawaii. And Josh Schellinger to serve. Good serve, good pass there by Galloway. Back row set, Hakas goes off the block and out. Just hitting it with such force that despite the block getting a good chunk, it winds up way out of play.
Grease lightning. It's a good description.
Oh, that was some lightning and thunder. 3 serving 4. G. Voss with the serve. High ball set, it's Ka, past the double block and down with authority. Ryan Ka.
Ka started picking up on his first set attack productivity. Second set, only 1 kill. First set, 9 kills.
Well, we're going to have a challenge here from Charlie Wade. He's going to challenge the in-out call. It was called in on the floor. You mentioned how much Charlie takes pride in these challenges. I think he thought that he had one on that would be aced by Keone Phim that was ruled long, even after the review. And this one looks like it's in, C-Mac.
Yeah, it's definitely in. Pretty easy call there.
And the call will stand. And the kill will stand as well. 12 kills for Ryan Ka. And Milan Zarkovic is standing there, mouth agape, staring at Dixon Chun. He didn't see the replay. And if he saw the replay, I think he was obviously just messing around a little bit. But if he saw the replay, I don't think he would have been so surprised. Tella going outside. Here's Galloway swooping in, gets blocked. It gets returned to sender. And Jim Garrison got the gist of it, jumping up next to Dyer.
Ooh, nice pass by Hawkins that time. Off a tough serve from Rigo.
And this was the score at this juncture of set 2. 6-3 Tritons. Before Hawaii was able to come from behind and establish some separation. Demetrius Nucleus, when in doubt, go to number 11.
When in doubt, he'll bail you out.
It will be celebrated tomorrow night, planning on turning pro, seeking out the next level in his volleyball career. A guy who has a lot of international experience in the off-season. As I said, it's off the block and out by Garrison. Your thoughts on Demetrius Nucleus as a pro with how we have seen him grow within his college career?
Well, I agree with Charlie's assessment of that. He says he's got to get the right coach and the right setter. The coach will run a fast offense, especially the D-ball and the back 5. Those two have got to be quick sets because that's what Demi does best.
Oh, it's a miscommunication there. One of those I got it, you got it, nobody gets it plays. After the save, gives Hawaii the point.
So my guess is that Demi will choose the right organization that's going to have those two qualities, the right coach and the right setter. And probably the right paycheck, too.
He might be able to make his choice based along those lines as well. But yeah, that I think is another feather in the cap of this coaching staff as well as Jakob Tella as a setter, right? I mean, going back set to Demetrius Nucleus is a completely different animal than going back set to Rado Palapuna.
Absolutely.
His call on the serve. Whoa, that went closer than that.
Almost got you, didn't it? Go right past you. Huh.
I mean, that wouldn't have gotten over a tennis net.
Or pickleball.
You see his reaction. Still smiling out there, still loving the game. Hoagland with the serve again, touching the tape on the way. Ewert got dug up to the net, and then it's placed down by Garrison. Garrison out of Miracosta High School, a computer science major. 9 serving 6. Oh, and it's a shank. Demi has to center it, sets up Hawk as he gets blocked. The cover on one knee by Galloway. Tella back to Spiros. The block slowed it down, dug up over the net by Schellinger. Hawaii with the advantage, back to Hawkins. Right through the block and down.
That rally can be described as Hawkins hits it hard, then he hits it harder, and then he hits it hardest.
Third time was a charm. 5 kills for Spiros Hawkins. And it's Jakob Tella on the serve. Good pass there by Kopp. Right side, Ewert caught it back. Didn't catch a touch, and it goes long and out for a Hawaii point. But we're going to have a challenge here from Brad Rostratter. And he's going to challenge the no-touch call.
I'm going to challenge the challenge. I don't think it was.
Well, remember, he challenged a no-touch call earlier in the match. He did not win that one.
Oh, it's closer than I thought it was. It's so hard to slow that down. Little fingers bent back. Hard to tell in the spin of the ball. I don't think there's a touch.
I mean, it comes down to, is there enough evidence to overturn the call on the court. We say it time and time again. And the touch, no touch, another thing we say all the time is it's just the most difficult one to determine, particularly when you're trying to overturn a call.
Yeah, the other part of that is that occurred about 6 feet from the R1. Donna Hess was like right next to that play. If anybody's going to see the touch, it's going to be her, or she's going to hear it. I don't think this ball comes close. Clearly, they've got to do something about this, the whole replay situation.
This is taking a little too long,
It's
right?
taking way too long. It slows it down for the fans, for the players, for everybody.
All right, we do have a determination coming from Dixon Chun. The call will stand. So Brad Rostratter 0 for 2 on the touch, no touch calls. And so 8 serving 9 here in the third. Hawaii up 2 sets to none. Penultimate match, Big West regular season. And it's Jakob. After the long break, sliding past Ka, outside set, Schellinger blocked. Put an up there by Boyle. Ka from the back row loops it over. Advantage Hawaii. Tella, backside, Dimi off the block. The cover there by Galloway. Tella pushes it outside. Hawkes is blocked. Saved by Sheward. Bumps it. Hawkes off the fingertips. And now the Tritons will play it back. Ka, high ball set. Ewert through the block and down. And UCSD wins a marathon rally.
Some great digs that play. Especially, Shuey had a great cover. Here's a nice high set from Ka. And I don't know how Ewert got that through 3 blockers. They were all there waiting, ready to ambush him.
Ewert, who was a swimmer for 10 years before high school, sends that one into the net. Service error number 13 for UC San Diego. Where would they be if they were a little bit more efficient in that department? However, Brad Rostratter, the first to admit, hey, look, that comes with the territory because we have to serve tough to even give ourselves a chance. Oh, boy.
Rare error. That's a ground rule double.
Okay, not a touch him off.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, but an extra base hit.
He would have had to have hit the band in order to get that.
Gotcha. Alex Nikolov style.
Yeah. Easily earning like $750,000 now.
Another service error.
Schillinger's done a great job of passing tonight, as has Boyle. And they've saved a lot of balls that I thought were going to be aces. And they've done a terrific job of passing. Ryan Ka as well. He's had a couple of terrific passes off tough serves.
Voss putting a little more pepper on that serve that time. Outside, it's Ka. Radimi blocking out. And so when you look at this offensive output here for UC San Diego in set 3, it is reminiscent of what they were doing in the first frame, as they are now hitting .583 in set 3. Hawaii hitting .154, and yet it's only a 2-point separation.
And that's where the service errors come into play.
Rigo, tough server to deal with.
Oh, that was an out ball.
Case in point right here. Here's Galloway trying to time it. He's roofed. That was Dyer jumping up next to Garrison. That combo has been lethal on a couple of occasions. And UC San Diego up 3.
Once again, UC San Diego out hitting, out blocking Hawaii up to this point.
And still out digging the Rainbow Warriors as well, 18-15. Rigo. Pass by Sheward. Almost scrapes the scoreboard above. Nucleus went over the top of the block, but they're going to say that he went long. Nucleus was celebrating with his teammates. Instead, the point goes to the Tritons, and it's the largest lead for UC San Diego. Another razor-thin margin there.
Pretty close.
Kanat Yakana enters into the match for Hawaii. And they serve him right away. He passes it over the net. Schellinger with the set. To Ka, blocked back. Covered there by Schellinger. Here's Ka again by the double block down the line and in. And UCSD once again firing. They're up 5 at the midway point in set 3. Welcome back. Let's check out tonight's Hyundai head-to-head stat line. We're looking at the top 2 hitters for either side. Ryan Ka, see what he's been doing, hitting .423 with 14 kills. Demi on the other side, .286 with 11 kills. Ka has the hot hand again here in set 3. In fact, the Tritons as a squad hitting .571 here in the third. They're up by a handful. Out of the timeout, it's Galloway by the double block, dug up there by Ewart. So the bump set, here's Ka again. And that time, it gets returned to sender.
Is that the announcer's jinx there? Ka hitting .423 to Demi's .285. And now Ka's percentage comes down. What a terrific night he's had, though, I'm telling you.
5th total team block for Hawaii compared to 8 for UCSD. Here's Muklius on the serve, just tickled the tape there. High ball goes to Ka, 3 blockers up, tip shot, diving, one-hand save, short. D-set to Muklius. Oh, dug up along the back line by Schellinger. Here's Ka, through the block and down. Right through the fingertips.
What a dig by Schellinger to keep that rally alive. Here's Shuey's great diving save to keep the rally alive for Hawaii. And then Ka with another crossbody down the line, smackaroo that gives him yet another kill.
Here's Muklius on the D set. He's blocked and roofed. It is Garrison again. He has 6 blocks to go along with 9 kills. He has been a monster.
It's one of the reasons why they were so successful against Santa Barbara last week, winning in 5, was Garrison had 7 blocks.
Here's Hoagland. He said, block that. And he bounces it off of the Terraflex for a much-needed Hawaii point. Well, it is already a season high in kills for Jim Garrison. As you mentioned, the total blocks last week against UCSB, he had 7. He's one off that. It's Ryan Ka elevating above everybody else on that swing.
Great set from Gabe Dyer that time. He totally fooled Cole Hoagland that time. Took a blocker up. There's Hoagland up in the air. Can't get to the outside. 1-on-1 for Ka.
A deep breath. Remember the last serve by Ka. That one much better. It gets Hawaii out of system. Bump set, here's Akana, roll shot over the triple block, sliding save, Ka. Here's Schellinger down the line and in. UCSD has been exploiting that small crevice in the Hawaii block down the line. That time it was Schellinger. A timeout by the Rainbow Warriors. Tritons up 7 in the third. Welcome back. Well, the UC San Diego not exactly known for its potent blocking numbers, 1.7 blocks per set, but they have outdone Hawaii in that category this evening, C-Mac.
Yeah, beating by 9-5. Oh, doubling up on them.
And they lead by 7 here in set 3, trying to extend this match. Hawaii up 2-0. Here's Muklius. As Ka guards the end line again, gets the set from the back row. But Cole Hoagland says, ole, solo style. His 8th solo block of the season.
He did a nice job of reading that particular hit. Drifted off to his left, seeing that Ka was going to go for that area 5 angle shot.
Hawaii's got a hill to climb here, trailing by a half dozen. Ewart. Great dig there by Hoagland on the tip shot. Dug up over the net by Ka. Fossil swing. One hand save by Dyer. Schellinger gets blocked back. Batted around. Schellinger the swing. Hits it long. Was there a touch? No touch. And Hawaii gets a hard-fought point.
And it looks like there's not going to be a challenge. At first, it looked like they were going to challenge, and I think that Schillinger went over to Coach Rostrader and said, no, hold your paddle.
14 serving 19. Outside, here's Schillinger, blocked back. Cover there by Dyer, so high ball bump set. Schillinger, 3 blockers up! They shut the door!
Finally, Hawaii's block getting it together. But still being outblocked by UC San Diego.
And a timeout taken by the Tritons. Hawaii trying to creep back in here in the third. Back-to-back stuffs. And it's UCSD preserving a 4-point advantage here at this stage of set 3. Well, we have some University of Hawaii sports scores to catch you up on. UCSB over Hawaii in men's tennis. How about Big West softball? Hawaii was up 7-3 going into the last inning. UC Riverside scored 6 runs to ultimately take it 9-7. Yeah, Hawaii and UCSD baseball over at Les Murakami Stadium, scoreless in the bottom of the 8th. So another instance, C-Mac, there is a distinct possibility baseball will end before volleyball. And what kind of world are we living in when that happens? Let's send it over to Ryan.
Hey, thanks, Kono. Well, one of the players who's been inserted and a key player for Hawaii in this third set is Kanai Akana. Earlier in the last timeout, assistant coach Kupono Fei, a fellow local player who obviously played here at the University of Hawaii, taking time to talk to Kanai Akana about almost everything, about his passing, about his blocking, recognizing this is an opportunity for Akana to come in here on senior weekend and really help out this team. One of the areas that they're trying to really talking to him about is passing, saying that he can help to stabilize Hawaii's passing, which they believe is something that has been breaking down here in this third set. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. Yeah, Kanai Akana, one of those cases of a guy who decided to go away, then actually saw from the other perspective just what was being built here, decided to participate and join in with this Hawaii program, and he's been here now 3 years, an Elite 90 award winner, and he has made his impact known. What a serve there by Hoagland, great pass Boyle. Ewer through the block, dug up by Galloway. Tella sets up Akana, 3 blockers up, and he gets it home. What a set, what a swing by Kanai Akana.
Big time swing by Kanai Akana. Facing a solid block, well formed. In fact, there's 3 blockers up there he had to get past him. His high hands catches some fingertips and gets the point.
4 straight Rainbow Warrior points. They're within 3. Hoagland, another good serve. Ewert. Oh, how about that change in trajectory as he was able to go wrist away down the line.
What a pass by Boyle. 2 times in a row now, Boyle's put the ball right on the money. And so Gabe Dyer can set an offense. And Ewert just goes wrist away down the line for the point.
Here's Muklia, so the block was late in getting there. And Dimi was able to make it pay. He's got 12 kills. And it's Jakob Tella back behind the line to serve. A guy that can change the complexion in these very instances. (17 serving 20). Another good pass there by Boyle. Back row, it's Kaw. Dug up by Galloway, but to no avail. Ryan Kaw with 17 kills, and UCSD is closing in on trying to extend this match.
And credit Evan Boyle, the freshman from La Crescenta Valley High School, doing an amazing job of passing these bullets from Hawaii.
Yeah, the younger brother of Andrew Boyle, who was also a member of this UC San Diego squad. Evan grew up playing baseball, basketball, and soccer, and was actually known in part for his serving in high school. Set a Crescenta Valley High School record with 112 service aces in 1 season. Ewert, oh, the net slowed it down. Tella goes middle to Voss, hits it long. Point for the Tritons, and it was right there for Voss. But a look of surprise as that one missed the end line. And Charlie Wade going to signal for a timeout. Opportunity literally missed there by Hawaii. And it's a 5-point separation. So again, Hawaii hoping to secure 2 victories this weekend. They will get the top seed in next week's Big West Conference tournament in Irvine if they do. This is how the bracket will lay out. Hawaii would get the winner of the 4-5 matchup. UC Irvine, by virtue of a sweep defeat at the hands of Long Beach State earlier this evening, they're locked in as the 3 seed. And so really every other seed still yet to be figured out here. But Hawaii and Long Beach State right now, the 2 teams in those top 2 spots. And the difference between number 1 and number 2 would be big. You saw the brackets. Hawaii could avoid playing a team like UC Irvine.
The home team, no less.
Correct. As we take a look at the updated standings, again, Long Beach State sweeping UC Irvine. UC Santa Barbara getting a win over CSUN. And Hawaii trying to keep pace with Long Beach. Hawaii holds the tiebreaker. If those 2 teams were to finish tied for first place after tomorrow, Hawaii would own the tiebreaker, and that's why they would receive the top seed in next week's tournament.
Look, no, this is a classic example of a team coming in that's usually playing in front of 300 to 500 people. And all of a sudden they've got, probably 6,000 here tonight. And they are playing some really good volleyball, hitting for high percentage, out digging, out blocking Hawaii. Yet still down 2 sets to none. Crazy.
Ewart with the serve, and he hits it long. I got the attendance numbers for you, and you were right on the money there, C-Mac. So it was 7,022 tickets issued through the turnstile, 6,008. You were off by 8.
I hate it when I'm up. At least I was under.
That's right. Little set tipped over by Rigo. Pancake save, no. They're going to say that that touched the floor. Sheward wasn't able to get the spatula underneath. And Nick Rigo, who is yet to commit an error in this match, has 7 kills. It is 23, serving 18. Showing her to serve. Into the net. All right, an update from Les Murakami Stadium. Hawaii up 1-0 in the top of the 9th against UCSD. We'll keep you posted on that. Meanwhile, Keone Thim in and back to serve. 19 serving 23. Oh, played off the ricochet by Dyer. Bump set to Ka, blocked out of bounds. Ryan Ka has 18 kills. It's a aloha ball for UC San Diego in the 3rd.
Ryan Ka, a lot of credit though. He was facing 3 pretty good blockers, and he just wailed away. Hitting high hands, out of bounds. 19 kills.
And that's going to be, it was saved around the antenna by Tella, so we play on. Put over on 2 by Dyer. Saw that Hawaii was scrambling to get back into position, and he took advantage. And there will be no sweep here in Manoa this evening. The Tritons of UCSD staying alive. Set 4 coming up when we return. Well, Josh Ewart was a late substitution in this match. Didn't see action until the latter portion of set 2, but he has made an impact. 3 kills on 7 swings, and has been tough from the service line as well.
He's got a big arm. You know, it's a heavy ball, and Ryan Ka, 18 kills. That one hit from the back row. He's doing it from everywhere, and I think he's been doing a pretty good job of passing the ball as well, been vital there. There's a lot of Hawaii serves that I thought were pretty darn good. And UC San Diego's been passing him up right to where Gabe Dyer can run an offense.
Yeah, Gabe Dyer doing a pretty good job defensively as well. He has 7 digs. That leads everybody on the floor.
Evan Boyle, he's passed the ball 31 times out of their 59. It's almost he's passed half of the serves. And I'm surprised why he hasn't gone away from them a little bit, because he has had 4 reception errors, but I think he's been pretty muddy all night long. Hawaii might want to try the other 2 passers.
And if you're Brad Rostrader, maybe part of the messaging to your team is, hey, look, we're still down 2-1. We very well could be up 2-1. Remember how that first set played out, where you had UCSD just on fire offensively. Hawaii was able to make a comeback. Some of the service errors were ill-timed, certainly for the Tritons. But if that first set goes differently, this is a scary scenario for Hawaii, as opposed to still up 2-1. But the Tritons can suggest, hey, we may be able to say that we've outplayed the #1 team in the country the majority of this match.
They have. Out-hit, out-blocked, out-dug. Those are 3 pretty important categories.
I would say so.
They're winning all of those, but they're down 2-1.
So it went 28-26, Hawaii in the first. And Hawaii seemingly found that rhythm in set 2. 25-17 was the final score in that one. But then UCSD showing some grit, showing some guts. They take the third 25-19, and so here we go. Set 4, they swap sides again. Jakob Tella will get things started. Hawaii 23-1 when winning the first set this season. But UCSD has some other plans. Good pass there by Ka. Outside set, Schellinger. And it goes off the net and out, or off the block and out. They're going to say it went off of the tape and out. No touch. So a point for Hawaii. And Brad Rostrader is going to challenge the call. He's going to say that it went off the block and out. So here we go again, a pause in the action for Dixon Chun to be the center of attention.
I think this is a good challenge. I don't know how that ball would, yeah, I think it gets Demi in the right tricep, looks like.
This angle should tell it.
Yeah, good Demi in the tricep there, easy call.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Not a good angle there. First angle I thought was pretty obvious. Especially because it goes off at such an acute angle from the net. It's got to hit something there to make it go at that acute angle. But the net is not going to make it go that sharp of an angle.
All right, well, Dixon Chun about to make the ruling.
After review, call is overturned.
And it will be a touch. And no argument from the Hawaii side. And they knew how it went down, and so a point for UCSD. Here to get things started in set 4. Ewart trying to go line on the serve, and he misses wide of the floor, so we're tied at 1. All right, getting word that it's a final score from Les Murakami Stadium. A 1-0 victory. The Rainbow Warriors over UCSD. Can the Volleyball Rainbow Warriors finish the deal here against a scrappy Triton squad that is just playing at a high level here in this match? Haka serves it into the twine.
And so baseball will get out.
They're done. They're done, yeah. It's a different kind of world we live in these days with the pitch clocks and all of that stuff.
Does college have a pitch clock too?
Correct, yeah. Sella going outside. Galloway! Off of a trampoline. Ties it up at 2 apiece.
Boy, his timing, this connection between him and Tella has been almost flawless for the last month. He's taken it to a whole nother level.
Two serving two. Schellinger's pass chased down by Dyer. Sets up Ka, and he hits it into the net. So Hawaii up 3-2. And Ka again smiling despite the mishit. He knows that that's more the infrequent aspect of his game. Usually he's able to record the kills. Three serving two. Served by Voss, outside, Paul scrapes the block. Tella going back row, Hakas pops it off the hands and out. And Hawaii up two.
Hakas got a little rest there in the third set. He's coming out fresh, looking strong.
Three-time Big West Conference Player of the Week, Spiros Hakas. 6 kills, hitting $167. Voss, how about his serving right now, C-Man?
Unusual.
Ka scrapes the block, one-hand punch saved by Voss. Hakas goes to the other half of the Greek connection, but Muklias couldn't put it down. Here's Ka, low set, got blocked, but it goes out. Even in a situation where it looks like Ka is at such a disadvantage, he was able to find a way to get the point.
He's a savvy senior. He's been around the block a few times, and he's seen a lot of blocks.
Well, it's been a year of transition for UC San Diego with a new coach, new regime. Ryan Ka, one of the holdover constants, though. And Brad Rochbetter telling us that there was a lot of pressure on Ryan Ka in the offseason. He was the guy that was being asked all the questions by supporters of the program, by media members, by other players in the program. There was just a lot on his shoulder because he was the veteran guy. And Brad Rochford is saying it wasn't until we were able to assure him that he could let some of that go that he started to play freely again. And speaking of playing freely, that's about as free and hard a swing as you will see from Spiros Hakas.
He made the first pass as well, right to Tella. Tella didn't even move an inch. And then Tella rewards him with a good pass by delivering the back row quick.
5 serving 3 in set 4. Good serve there by Dimi. Dyer, high ball set, Ka. 3 blockers up. And they say,
Dave Dyer did a pretty good job of getting the ball up there for Ka to take a swing at it. Unfortunately, the Manoa Roofing Company was waiting for him.
So it's 6 serving 3. Something on the floor, a piece of debris of some sort. So Jim Garrison will take care of that. And here comes the whistle. We're playing again. Here it comes from Dimi. Ka getting another set. Again. Cole Holmgren next to Tella. Turning it back. Timeout UC San Diego. That time, Ryan Ka had his access denied. Hawaii by 4. Welcome back. The block has awakened here for Hawaii in the early stage of set 4.
After being outblocked all night long, finally, Hawaii has more blocks than UC San Diego, 10-9. Led by that guy right there, Cole Holmgren.
Yeah, Cole Holmgren and Jakob Tella each have 5 blocks here in this match. And they've gotten Ryan Ka, which is oftentimes a very difficult thing to do a couple of times here prior to that timeout. Muklias forcing the overpass, forcing the ace. 8th service ace of the match for Hawaii.
Dini's second ace of the night.
We talked about Ryan Ka's passing. Has been nails throughout most of this match, but that time was even too hot for him to handle. Hawaii on a 7-1 run.
Passing 4 receivers now.
And that one off the tape, diving past Ka. Back row set, and it is hit long by Schellinger. They're going to say there was a touch, though. And so the Tritons get the point. Schellinger, who has a dog by the name of Libero. You got to love that.
Oh, yeah.
Hogan was able to get it down, got a touch as well. So Hawaii gets the side and the point right back.
You gotta love Schellinger's musical group that he listens to. Same one you do, Still Woozy.
Chaz Galloway serving. That pass a little low. Set goes outside. Ewert diving save. Brett Sheward outside. Hawkes blocked back and down for a block. Ryan Ka gonna get the gist of that one.
Now the blocks all even at 10 apiece.
And a one-on-one matchup that time for Hawkes, but he couldn't quite lay the wood on it. And Ka took advantage.
I don't think he liked the set. I think he got in there too early for the set.
Serve goes into the twine. That's service error number 18, C-Mac, for the Tritons.
And this is what's hurt San Diego tonight, especially in the first set where they had that set one. They had way too many errors. And now those errors are starting to creep up on them again. 17 in total.
Middle set. Oh, Boss got the touch on Garrison that time. Quick set outside the Hawkes. The cover there by Galloway. Tella, middle to Boss. Digs it down. Hawaii up a half dozen.
It wasn't the most perfect set, but Voss did a nice job of making the most of it. Keeping this ball in play with a little tip shot.
The now 23-year-old Guilherme Voss as Movlin serves it into the net. Hawaii hitting 500 here in set 4. UCSD so far flatlining it. 3 kills, 3 errors. It's 6 serving 11. Tella, back row Galloway, pops it off the block. Diving chase down attempt by Dyer. Ends up in the seats.
So the San Diego team never gives up. They're exactly as Coach Rostrader described him. Scrappy, never give up kind of a team.
How scary do you think this team might be in the Big West Conference tournament, despite being what will likely be a bottom half seed?
I don't know if Hawaii would like to play them again. What do you think?
Well, they got to play them again tomorrow. That's for sure. But yeah, I see what you mean. As Voss that time in the perfect spot against Nick Rigo, and Hawaii now creating some serious separation. We're going to have a timeout taken by the Tritons. Brad Rostrader considering this scenario a now or never type of pace. Hawaii up 13-6 in set 4. Welcome back. There you see a good look at Brad Rostrader, NAIA Coach of the Year and 2-time Golden State Athletic Conference Coach of the Year. While at Vanguard University in California, he was asked to start that program before making his way here to UCSD. Out of the timeout, it's Ryan Ka, dug up by Sheward. Tip shot by Hawkes. Easy pickings there for Dyer. So Ka, high ball set goes over the net. Little joust up there. Here's Ka from the back row. His tip shot. Punched up by Voss. Punched up by Tella. Hawkes caught a piece of the tape on the swing. Here's Ewert. 3 blockers up. Sheward gets it in the air. Tella sets up Galloway from behind the line. Did he get the touch? Yes, he did. He was way out of position and still found a way.
I love players who take a swing at a broken play like this as opposed to bumping it over, giving the other team a free ball. Chaz went up and just swung aggressively.
Chaz is having a match. You see the numbers. Hitting 391. Tella on the serve. Ewart. Oh boy. A smoker. A much needed one at that for UCSD.
He's got the heavy arm, blocked him out wide enough. He loves that line shot. I think I moved that block over to the line. See if he's got a cross-court shot.
Pass there by Galloway. Here's Demi. Falling to the floor. The save was made by Ka. Outside Schellinger. Good cover there off the block by Rigo. Schellinger, tough angle. Not much you can do with it there. Sends it wide. Point for Hawaii. And they get the 15 first in set 4. Does UC San Diego have a little something left? Do they have a run or two remaining in the tank here to try to see if they can force a 5th set?
Well, biggest difference right now, Kanoa. UC San Diego hitting negative 056, Hawaii hitting 462. All night long, UC San Diego has been out-hitting Hawaii. Higher kill percentage. 4 kills than errors, hitting for really good numbers. Now all of a sudden here in the 4th, negative, they have 4 kills and 5 errors, 16 tries. It's tough to beat this Rainbow Warrior team when you're hitting those kind of numbers.
Well, it's the postseason right around the corner, and we're looking ahead at the 2023 NCAA Men's Volleyball Championship. 7 teams qualify, 5 league champs, 2 at-large selections with no geographical restriction. Of course, it's going to be held at Eagle Bank Arena in Fairfax, Virginia, hosted by George Mason University. The opening round matches will be April 30th and May 2nd, semifinals May 4th, championship May 6th. If you're Hawaii, and I think the way you view this, Hawaii in the number 2 spot in the RPI ratings, which is much more important than the ABCA rankings themselves. And you see, this is the RPI, UCLA number 1, Hawaii number 2. If Hawaii can make it to the championship match, especially if they go into the Big West Conference tournament as the 1 seed, you would think if they just win that semifinal match or make it to the championship, regardless of what happens there, they would have to be a shoo-in to make it to the NCAA tourney, right?
Absolutely, 100%. No question about it. But they've got to win that semifinal match. And you might just play this San Diego team again. UC San Diego just plays so well against Hawaii. 2 years ago they beat them. Last year they beat them. Now they're wanting to do it again this year, and they played well enough all night long to do that.
Hawaii up by a good margin here in the 4th, though. And up on that block. Chaz Galloway got most of that.
Hawaii now with 12 blocks on the night to UC San Diego's 10.
Galloway in his bag here this evening. And when he's doing those kinds of things, it is a tough Hawaii team to deal with. Hakas on the serve. Oh, it's a good one. What a pass by Boyle. D-set Ewart off the block of Voss. And out. So Josh Ewart now with his 5th kill. But Hawaii still has UCSD doubled up.
Got to give a lot of credit to Evan Boyle that time for passing that ball up. Could have easily been an ace, but Boyle did a nice job of saving it.
Yeah, already a Big West Conference Defensive Player of the Week and a Freshman of the Week honor under the belt of Evan Boyle. As that set was a little low for Voss, and he sends it out.
In a rare, bad location for Tella. He's human. Voss has got hog-tied.
Schellinger on the serve. Pass by Shui. Back row is Hakas. He lights the fire. Boom, shakas, lakas. I love it.
I love these signs. You know, people spend time at home. They got to get paint. They got to get the cardboard. They get the idea.
Johnny Finn in to serve. (17 serving 9 here in set 4. Took a little something off that time. Ka's going to take on the set. Ewart, 3 blockers up. It gets thrown back. Now Schellinger setting up Ka. The block slowed it down. Tella on the save. Here's Hakas setting up Dimi. Off the block. Sliding save. Schellinger. Bump set to Ka. Two hands it over. Big advantage for the Bows. Backside. Dimi. Finishes the deal. And Brad Rostrader saw something somewhere in the midst of that rally, and he's going to challenge that play. I think he's going to say that Hawaii committed a net violation somewhere in there.
UC San Diego changed net contact by Hawaii. Please review.
So busy evening once again for Dixon John.
Boy, really.
Earning that paycheck here.
First set, not so much, but second, third, and fourth sets, a lot of action for Dixon. And the net is already moving. I don't think so.
Not there. I mean, they can take a look through the whole sequence.
Not there.
Well, there was a significant amount of play remaining in that rally. Don't see much there.
I think it's a no call. Unless it's Galloway's uniform, like there, right there.
All right, the call's going to stand.
That was UC San Diego's final challenge. They have none remaining.
And that's the last challenge for Brad Rostrader. UC San Diego 1-8 on the road this season. Hawaii, meanwhile, 15-2 at home.
UCSD out of timeouts and out of challenges.
And Hawaii has the Tritons doubled up here in the fourth. Here it comes from Fim. Oh, my goodness. Well, if he hadn't already broken the radar gun, I think he did right there.
Well, you know what? I think with a 9-point lead, he's given the green light to go for whatever he wants to please the crowd, if nothing else.
Yes. Yeah, see, it's all messed up.
See, no, that's not working.
It's way out of whack. 10 serving 18. And that one is blasted wide. So that brings the service error total here for San Diego up to 19 here in the match. And they'll look back on that at the conclusion of this one and think about perhaps some instances along the way of what might have been. I mean, this one's not done yet, but certainly could have a different complexion without some of those service errors, although Hawaii giving it right back on the Muklia serve.
UCSD server, Gabriel Dyer.
And Gabriel Dyer now to serve. You seem to have been impressed with his performance here so far in this match as Tella turns on it and detonates.
Give all the credit to the passer there, putting right where Tella likes it. I think it was, yeah, it was Hakas that put it up there.
Last weekend here in this building for Jakob Tella. Hard to believe. Backside, here's Ka. That one goes off the dome of Hakas. And out for kill number 20 for Ryan Ka. And the ever-present smile. Whether he hits it out, whether he gets stuffed, whether he gets a dynamic kill, that smile always seems to be there.
Or whether he serves it under the net. All of them draw smiles. You were asking earlier about Evan Boyle. Yeah, I really love the way Evan Boyle's been playing. You know, a true freshman. He's doing an amazing job passing and digging tonight.
Here's Hoagland setting up Hawkes, dug up by Dyer. Bump set, it's Ewert, and he tried to take line, missed it wide. And Hawaii gets to 21. And here's Kana in and back to serve. Sam Warren getting some run here for UCSD. 6'4" sophomore from Huntington Beach. Pass by Boyle, another good one. Outside, Warren getting the swing, couldn't get all of it though. And then a little pitter-patter above the tape. And then Garrison trying to get sneaky with it. Was denied access by the net itself.
Not a bad idea, but in retrospect, he probably should have said it.
So 22 serving 12. Good serve there by Akana. Backside Ewert. Oh, he tried to find that open spot. That was like a beat shot, but it went just beyond the sideline.
Cross court, a little too much.
Ewert's going to be a good one, though. 6'4" Frosh out of Moraga. 23 serving 12. Oh, what a serve. Chased down on touch number 2 by Warren. Free ball coming over the net. Tella over on 2. Pancake saved by Dyer. And then Warren finds that deep corner. Wow, what a play by the Tritons to stay afloat.
That was one great play. Pancake, quick set. Great shot down the line. Tella usually drops those down at about a 90% clip. That was a 10%. He didn't drop it down.
That was a left-handed pancake, mind you, by Gabe Dyer. Tella goes middle. Here's Voss. One hand save there by Ka. Here's Warren. Blocked. Pinballed around. And he's roofed. 13th block for the Rainbow Warriors. And they rise just over 6,000 here at Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Aloha ball for the match. And it's Jakob Tella behind the line. He has been the server in these situations all night.
I think he's going to take a rip at this one.
Hawaii looking for its 8th straight win. Here's Ewert. Blocked! Hit roof! No! It's kept alive by Ka. Sent over by Warren. Diving save Galloway. And nobody had his back.
Credit the Tritons. They put up a good first pass off a solid Tella serve. But now they're facing 11 match points.
It's still a little ball. They're still standing. Pass by Galloway on the money. Right side, Hawkes off the block. So the Tritons have a chance here to play it back. Back row, it's Ka. Sends it out. Point Hawaii. And that's how this one ends. On a night where Ryan Ka was at times magnificent. A hitting error gives Hawaii its 8th straight victory to remain in a share of first place with Long Beach State atop the Big West Conference.
You're right, Kanoa. Ryan Ka, 20 kills on the night. He was tremendous. And Hawaii finally, in the end, came out, hit for the match, 275 to 256. Not a great offensive night for either team. Hawaii hitting about 100 points under their normal average. So give a lot of credit to UC San Diego, and their back row digging and their blocking was tremendous. holding Hawaii's offense at bay.
Well, how Hawaii pulled out that first set was truly a test of their fortitude. In a first set that UC San Diego was playing offensively unlike any team we have seen all year. And yet Hawaii was still able to pull it out. And yes, the service errors a part of that storyline, but this was a Tritons team that was here to compete, and compete they did. Hawaii was still able to pull it out in the first, and then in that fourth set, hitting 348 with 5 blocks to close the deal. So Hawaii now 25-2, 8-1 in the Big West. We send it over to Scott Robbins.
Coach, first off, congratulations. Kind of an up and down night by the team, I thought.
Yeah, San Diego played really well early on, you know, and we played okay, you know, and really, for me, I wanted to say something, you know, it's how much we appreciate the fans here, and there are nights when we really need them. Last night I got an email from a fan who came last week and said how much she enjoyed being here, and she really needed some joy in her life. She'd recently lost a child, and you know, it just really, I shared her email with the guys, and it really drove home the fact that, you know, we all got people in our lives that maybe we should reach out to, that need a hug, that need somebody to be there for them, you know, and really demonstrated how much we need the fans, and sometimes they need us. So I'd say, look, you got people in your life that are going through a difficult time, reach out to them, tell them you love them. We all live here on this island together. We need each other. We need to be there for each other, and if you know somebody that's hurting, reach out to them, be there for them.
Thanks, Charlie.
Yeah, thank you guys. Aloha.
Hey.
Some strong words there from Charlie Way. Bank of Hawaii presents the players of the match. Ryan Ka, 19 kills. In fact, I think we have him at 20 kills by our statistics here at the table. But the hitting percentage, 244, 3 blocks, 8 digs, 3 assists, and Jakob Tella. An all-around match once again. How about half dozen blocks to go along with the 39 assists? And Charlie Wade is right? That's one of the great things about these matches and these events. It's a chance for the community, regardless of background, political beliefs, religious beliefs, all of the problems that are being faced by these people elsewhere in their lives. This is a time where we can all come together, band together, support one cause, and really just extract some joy out of the tremendous effort by these young men.
And they really are very aware of how much the fans mean to them. And it's nice that Charlie shared with them before the game. And you know what? The fans need you sometimes. And they bring that lady, it's the only thing that brought a smile to her face was coming to this arena. It's pretty cool.
It's a symbiotic relationship, right? The fans, in many instances, need these guys. These guys, in many instances, need the fans. And that's what's beautiful about this dynamic here and this thing that has been built in Manoa. All right, that'll do it for us. Don't forget about the post-game show. Big win for Hawaii, and it was tough at times. Corner Crew will discuss things, but for now, for Chris McLaughlin, I'm Kanoa Leahy. Until tomorrow night, it will be senior night. Pack the stand. But for now, we bid you aloha from Manoa.
Highlights Hawaii UCSD. We start on night number 1, and the right arm of Ryan Ka, who led all players in kills tonight with a match-high 20 on a 244 hitting percentage. How about on the UH side? Seems like every night it's this guy, Demi Nucleus, the reigning ABCA National Player of the Week. Already padded his stats, 13 kills tonight for Demi, throwing a couple of aces, as well as a couple of blocks. And Hawaii's serving was outstanding. In fact, they finished with 8 service aces. 7 of those, though, came in the first 2 sets. A number of players had multiple aces. Cole Hoagland, Spiros Hakis, as well as Demi Nucleus. And how about Jakob Tella, down to his second to last home match in his outstanding career. Couple of kills for Jakob, helped Hawaii hit 275. He added 39 assists. And how about 6 big blocks for the lefty, who went offensive right there. And his mom, she was very happy. So were the fans, as Hawaii wins it in 4 over UCSD.
From Spectrum Sports, it's the Hawaii Honda Dealers post-game show.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. Scott, James, Ryan. Hawaii wins it in 4. But like Charlie said, and I would agree, they played just okay, I thought, tonight.
They did, but also San Diego played phenomenally well. I talked about it a lot earlier. Hawaii gets every school's best game, and San Diego really came here to prove a point. It's a team that has taken down this #1 ranked in the Big West Championship and during the season last year and 2 years ago. They're a really good team, and Ryan Kaw, unbelievable. Hit 20 kills in 4 sets, hitting 244. He did a lot of damage for the Warriors, and a lot of times they didn't know what to do to stop him and went on a couple of very good runs. But like you said, Scott, I think Hawaii was a little bit off. Might be a little bit of the emotions from senior weekend. I don't know, but better get it out earlier than later.
One of the things that I think we saw Hawaii do as well is just really draw from that emotion in set number 4. They struggled and seemingly did not have a whole lot of generating emotion in that 3rd set. And in that 4th set, you could tell every play, especially a player like Spiros Hakas, he was screaming after every kill. He was really trying to exhort his team to get some energy back into their play. As we take a look at some of Hakas' highlights, he ends the night with 8 kills, only hitting 154, struggled at times in the middle of that set. We actually saw him get taken out. Kanayakana came in for him in set number 3. But I think one of the things that shows how great of an athlete is how you respond to some of that adversity. He came back in set number 4 and had some absolute smashes, including that one on the pick. So Spiros Hakas, a player hard to slow down. Great to see him kind of turn things around tonight.
You know, you look at UH, and they're going for their 3rd straight national championship, so they're a veteran crew. They know where they're at, but sometimes it gets a little nerve-wracking, maybe sometimes frustrating. You look at that first set, they were down 24-22, but James, you and I were looking, and there wasn't a concern, it looked like, at all on the UH side, and they found a way to win it.
There wasn't, and a lot of it has to do with the way that they practice. They compete at those last 5 points of the game. They do a lot of drills where it's 20-20, 18-18. They're used to bringing those pressured situations, and this is a team that has been in a lot of pressure from all over the country. All eyes are on them every single weekend. Who's going to take down the #1 team in the country? They're used to it. They've been at the national championship 3 years in a row. They've got 2 of them. I think they're comfortable. No doubt that they're one of the top teams, and they face adversity super well.
I think one of the things, though, that Hawaii has to remember is that every game now is so important because it's almost like a tune-up getting ready to play some of the top teams in the country. It's not going to get any easier for this team after this weekend. And so there are some plays and some times where Hawaii gets stuck in rotations and they almost seem like they're taking some points off. You're not going to be able to give up a run of 3 or 4 points against a team like Long Beach, Penn State, UCLA. They will make you pay every single time. And so Hawaii has to look for more ways, I think, to be a little more steady and efficient going into night number 2, preparing for next weekend's tournament.
No, I think that's an absolutely good point. I mean, you've been around the program. You were there in 2019. I'm sure it's something that is discussed. What Ryan's saying, like, we got to start playing. I mean, they played really well last week. This could have been an anomaly, but, you know, they have to focus a little bit better, I think, to get ready.
They definitely do, and I don't doubt it that they have that mindset going into this tournament and going into tomorrow's night's game. It's always going to have those slight wake-up calls where it is close. It is a little bit pressured. You learn to face that adversity, but I do think that this Hawaii team has that experience, and they know what they have to do moving forward.
I think it's going to be hard also for San Diego tomorrow. And I mean, this arena will be packed. There's going to be a lot of emotion, and I think that this team obviously thrives from that. And for some of these seniors and players who won't be turning back, they know how special tomorrow night will be. I think if there was ever a night for San Diego to really make a mark, it was tonight, because tomorrow might be a little more difficult when this place is rocking.
Got to remember also, we're kind of nitpicking because this team has been so darn good for so many years now. They're 25-2. You got to try to find something that they can improve on because they are so good at everything. All right, we will take a break. We'll come back, and for the final time in his career, Jakob Tella is going to join us in the corner.
Welcome back to the Hawaii Honda Dealers post-game show.
Back inside Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center, Jakob Tella on 2 with the left arm. Shows that he can put the ball down as well as set it as he helps Hawaii to another victory over UCSD. And Jakob joins us now in the corner. First off, congratulations.
Thank you.
Your thoughts on the way you guys played tonight?
I think it was a battle. It was kind of up and down for us, but we just had to work on finding our flow again in the game. And once we got that figured out from the service line, then it was a lot easier for us to play. But UCSD definitely put up a good fight for us today, so it was good to get that challenge and get the win.
What's the conversations like as a team when you guys are facing that adversity, especially there in that first set? You guys were down 24-22. We had no doubt that you guys were going to win that set, but what's the conversation like with your teammates in those very pressured moments?
Well, right now, we've been in those situations a lot of times, so we got that experience. So I think we're all just being calm out there and being confident and just staying to our game. So just having all that maturity, playing late in the sets and playing tight sets has been valuable for us, and I think a lot of teams are not ready for that. So just being able to be confident and just in the moment to give our best to close out those sets has been huge.
How much are you looking forward already to next weekend, knowing that this conference championship is a big deal? And for the past few years, we had the opportunity to watch you folks play here at home. You guys are now going to have to defend this title on the road at Irvine. What is the mentality of the team going in, knowing that that could be a difficult environment to play in?
Yeah, well, we're back to playoffs again. It's going to be bringing our best game, and if we cannot, then we're out. So knowing that behind and having that kind of sense of urgency as we talk about, just within our heads when we play right now, it's going to be key to perform our best ball. Here's G in the back. All that sign. But yeah, just playing our best ball towards tomorrow and then next week.
You're a pretty cerebral guy, so I kind of think I know the answer to this, but how much are you taking in everything, knowing that, it's setting towards the end and you'll be on the Mount Rushmore of UH volleyball forever, probably. Are you taking all this in? Do you really appreciate what you guys have done?
For sure, yeah. I've been taking everything in for the past 5 years and just really embracing all that aloha that we felt from the fans and the community, both here in the arena and also on the road. Just having that support for the past 5 years has been huge. And for a lot of us guys, I've been talking to Philip because we're roommates on the trip, that it's the last time we're going on that road trip. It's the last time we're going to play or have that morning practice. It's crazy how it's been 5 years already, because it feels like it's been 5 weeks. So yeah, just knowing that we're trying to give our best game in the end, and yeah, just go out and have a memorable night.
I got one last thing though. Yeah. Folks, don't worry, because there's going to be another Tella on campus. Jakob's younger sister has committed and will be playing for the University of Hawaii Beach Bows. Now, as a big brother, give us a scouting report on little sis.
Well, I mean, she can serve the ball pretty well.
Yeah?
That's one thing.
Runs
she
in
has
the family.
Good hand on ball. And then, yeah, no, she plays hard, and she also brings that Viking mentality, and so it'll be awesome for her. I'm really proud of her.
Yeah, that's going to be terrific. Well, we've enjoyed watching you. It's not over. There's still a lot more left to be played, but thanks for the memories, brother.
Thank you.
And school.
Love you guys. School.
All right, we'll take a break, come back, and get you ready for tomorrow night. Hawaii wins in 4.
Welcome back to the Hawaii Honda Dealers post-game show.
And we're back at Simplify Arena Stan Sheriff Center. Let's take a look at the Big West scoreboard. Everything is a final. Long Beach State easily over number 5, UC Irvine. UC Santa Barbara knocks off CSUN, and of course Hawaii with the win here tonight over UCSD. Let's take a look at the standings. Hawaii and Long Beach State tied at 8-1, down to 1 match remaining for both teams. Hawaii, San Diego, of course, and Long Beach State against UC Irvine. Time now for First Insurance Company of Hawaii. We're going to look at the seeding scenarios, guys, and I think the only thing people really need to know is that if Hawaii wins tomorrow, they will be the top seed in the Big West tournament.
They will, and that's a huge advantage. We talked about it earlier. Let's just talk a little bit about it again. Going into that Big West tournament, whoever has that number 1 seed will most likely play Santa Barbara or CSUN. That's a much easier opponent based on the records than what would Irvine or Long Beach be. So it would be a huge advantage to have that number 1 seed.
And Long Beach has to beat Irvine as well tomorrow.
Right.
So if that is also going to be a big matchup with the Beach going to Irvine. We know that Long Beach won tonight in 3 straight sets, but it could be a different story, Irvine playing at home. So really it comes down to the final night to really determine how things shake out in this tournament next week.
But the one thing we know is that Hawaii to Long Beach State will have a bye, right?
Correct.
And so that is the most important, well, one of the most important. I think being number 1 seed is probably what you want to be at. But guys, it's hard to believe we're down to 1 last home match remaining, and then there's no more volleyball in Simplify Arena until the Rainbow Wahine. It's gone by quickly.
It went by super fast, and I think a lot of it was just the excitement with all the games that have gone on in the stadium this year. We're looking at one of the most historic volleyball teams in UH history, but also NCAA history. They're doing things that have not been done before, and it's just incredible to watch, and they make it fun.
UCLA
it's
won a
easy.
ton of national championships, but it was a different era.
Post side out scoring.
How about rally scoring?
Rally scoring.
Yeah,
Rally
I agree.
scoring
I
volleyball.
agree. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that's important to note, though, that this year compared to other years, I think is the most competitive year. And so if there is ever a time where Hawaii really needs to bring it, it's going to be this year. And I think that one of the advantages, like I mentioned earlier with Jakob during our interview, is that Hawaii had the advantage of playing the postseason conference tournament here in this arena in years past. They're going to be now having to take this show on the road and win on the road. Luckily, there is that week off. So unlike other NCAA championships, oftentimes the championship begins right after conference championship is done. Hawaii will actually have the opportunity to come home after the Big West Championship, have a week before then going back on the road for the NCAA championship. And I think that is a significant factor for Hawaii, just to be able to get healed up before, hopefully, fingers crossed, heading back east for the NCAA championship.
All right, James, you get the last word. Your thoughts on tonight and getting ready for tomorrow.
I think Hawaii was a little bit bumpy tonight, but moving forward, Jakob even said it, they know what they need to do, and they're going to play a lot of clean volleyball. And I'm just excited to see this post-game, like the postseason tournaments. It's going to be super exciting. Big West, MPSF, even on the East Coast, the Conference Carolinas teams are getting better. And I think the national championship, like you said, Ryan, it's the most competitive volleyball in a couple of years. There's not a one team that just proves that they're the best in the country. It could be up to 6 different teams this year. And I think Hawaii's definitely in a very good position to be one of those top.
I think the good news is I think the sport is very healthy. There was a time where maybe it wasn't as healthy, but it definitely is in 2023. A very healthy and productive sport is men's volleyball. All right, the three of us will be back tomorrow. Hopefully you'll be able to come out. If not, of course, you can catch us beginning at 6:30 with Game On, presented by Bank of Hawaii. Well, that'll wrap things up. As always, thank you to our outstanding and terrific Spectrum Sports crew. And from my broadcast partners, Ryan and James, I'm Scott. Until next time, good aloha and a good evening from Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center in Manoa.